Well, we're waiting.
Take your seat.
Stay toxic, my friends.
Good evening. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever, whatever, how you all are. Welcome to Toxic Tuesday. 5 glorious years of utter uber toxicity. Call Jason Statham, bring back Gilbert Gottfried from the dead, sum up Harambe, get your pizzas, get your oranginas out. We're going to have a blast tonight. And yes, thank you to Marty of the Safer getting the new intro and the new Toxic Tuesday theme. Guys, we're here to have some fun. We're here to have a huge blast. And of course, I'm a man of my word. And when I say I'm a man of my word, let me bring this overlay down. I bring to you this pizza here. Oh, I got this background there. I got to bring it down. Why do I got this background here? Why do I got this? Can you guys see me? Yeah, you guys can see me. Where is it? Where is it? There I am. Okay, I got to make myself bigger. I got to make myself bigger. But look at it. Yes, this is me in black and white. Still my Spider Noir mode, but I got slices here. This is a frozen Screaming Sicilian. It's a really good brand. Smells really good, by the way. These slices were just cut a few minutes ago. It's going to do delivery, but I totally forgot, slack. But hey, I'm like, hold up. I can still say this. We got delivery. So we got that. Let's acknowledge those comments in the chat. What's up, guys? Okay, let's see here. Dave C. What's up, Dave C? D-Bud Martin. Juggalo Deathcock, who I hung out with over the weekend, Milwaukee Metal Fest. We had the best of times. Some might say it was the grandest of times. That's what they're all saying, though. That Nick, that Juggalo Deathcock, they were on stage with suicidal tendencies. It was majestic. Them in front of 4,000 other people. It was wild, just wild. Cypher Chaos, JT Kirk, Corellian Rook, 11 Alpha, Jonathan Conroy, Jonathan 93, Mega, RJ Godzilla 81. Hello. Matthew Marzilla, how you doing, sir? Nice to see you here. Sending Monkey says, embiggen, Nick. That's about as much as I can embiggen. Now, yes, by the way, Cypher Chaos did his royal duty and got pizza as well. And because he got a pizza, I'm going to highlight that pizza. So why not do that? What's up, Parrot Head? All right. Cypher Chaos. He's a Dolph Lundgren member. Keep in mind, when you're a Dolph Lundgren member, you're the biggest member. You're one of the biggest member of my members on YouTube, along with guys like D-Bud Martin, Lester, 5 picoseconds. You're among the biggest of the big. Gonzalo Bergali. And I must say, Cy, that looks like a fine, divine pie, sir. You, my friend, have done well. Salutes and acknowledges to you getting a pizza and getting ready for this. And guys, the Rumble link is in the chat. So, okay, before I bring in the boys, and we're going to do 32 movies. And trust me, thinking of this list over the last month was kind of hell. It kind of was hell. It was hell. I was not having fun coming up with it. It wasn't all bad. But it was one of those like, man, this is a lot. But can I do it? Yeah, I could do it. So Mark helped me a lot. Yes, I thank you, Mark Do the C, along with getting that new intro going. But we got a list. And yes, there's going to be stuff that's going to be left off. Apologies in advance. You know, you can only get so much. Otherwise, we'd be here for years. And you could do, the 007 movies before Daniel Craig, and that would be a list alone. So we decided 32 movies. God, I got members stuck in the head. And don't fucking clip that. Someone's going to clip that. And so I took suggestions from channel members who pay, took their suggestions. And I'm like, okay, this makes it easier. I was ready to do on 25, but then I'm like, 32 is logical. 32 is logical. JT Kirk, member for 23 months. Everyone show your members. It's an anniversary. No headaches allowed, he says. I love that. And there's 22 of you in the chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And D-Bud's whipping it out on the Rumble side. I love to say, yes, guys, we are streaming on Rumble. I posted the Rumble link in the chat. Please hang out on Rumble if you want to. You can have it both ways, or you can choose your lane. Anyways, I'm going to bring this layout down. Let's bring in Mark D with a C. Sir.
Hey, how's it going?
Who got the new intro going, brought back some of the clips. You went way above and beyond, and I owe you for this, Mark, big time. I owe you, and I can't wait for when I do, because it's going to be huge. It's going to be diabolically huge.
It'll be a really big slice of pizza.
Oh, dude, it will be the dude. I owe you fat gluten-filled pizza.
Yep.
How you doing,
I do
Sarah?
not want any gluten-free shit. Yeah. Don't screw with that. No, I'm doing awesome. I can't believe it's been freaking 5 years. That was when I hope everyone loved that video. It was really fun to put together. And but I'm trying to like cram in. I actually extended the song on Suno because I had 3 minutes. I'm like, I need to get more toxicity in here. So we could do like a regular,
chose
like
so
shorter
much good
version.
stuff, dude. So much good stuff.
And I know I'm missing stuff. And I kept like, oh, I'm missing this clip. I'm missing that clip. I gotta add this. So I gotta have some more dolphin here. So but yeah, that was fun. And yeah, clam pizza is not gluten free, D-Bud. Yeah. But yeah, no, I got so hungry I couldn't wait. I had to eat my pizza. So maybe I'll go grab a slice and eat it on stream.
You should have taken a picture of it.
Oh, I do. I do have a picture. I do have a picture. Oh yeah. Yeah, of course I have a picture. I take pictures of all my food. Yeah, for Sunday Night Foodery. So but yeah, as I was telling people, we're like been on YouTube for five years doing this show. I mean, most network shows don't last, as I'm calling up the photo, last 5 years.
Lasted longer than Batgirl, Mark. We lasted longer than
Batgirl. Yeah, right.
So I should say, all 22 of you in the chat, I want huges in the chat. So many huges for celebrating the fact that we outlasted Batgirl, as Mark goes on and about.
Yeah. So, and yeah, thanks to everyone in the chat, because I mean, without you guys, we're not doing the show. I mean, maybe we would we hang out, I guess, and like do this show, or hang out. I mean, I always look forward to this because you guys have all become good friends, and yeah, it's just been huge, and yeah, 5 freaking years. I was telling Paulie tonight, he was asking me to help him with the stream tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting ready the 5-year Toxic Tuesday celebration video. He's like, 5 years? Like, yeah, 5 years. And where's our huge clip? I'm not used to this. Here we go. That's
gigantic vagina.
What?
Biggest vagina known to man.
I clicked the wrong one. Here we go.
Huge.
Well, they go together well.
Mistake you could have made.
And the funny thing was watching that. I love that that's called the chairlift that from Curb Your Enthusiasm. There's the episode, and that episode came on. We're watching with my parents at the Jersey Shore 4th of July weekend, and the huge vagina clip ever was. All the guys were laughing, and the women were like not saying anything. It's true. Come on, it's true. Yeah.
Holy dude, look at that. Oh, no market.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be a wild night. I can feel it. What's up, dude? Brosev says huge on Rumble.
Huge.
I can highlight Rumble comments. It feels so good.
Yeah, you can do Rumble comments in StreamYard. Yeah, you can do Rumble in StreamYard.
How you doing, Sherry? Nice to see you here. Thank you. Cheers. All right, let's bring in the other dudes from the back.
Yeah.
Like that 70s rock fan. Dude.
Hello.
You have been a part of this shit for 5 years. You changed your life to be on the show.
I know,
literally.
I did. I rearranged my entire life just to be on this show, and it was worth every humiliating second of it. Every piece of degradation was worth it. I don't have a pizza, but I've got a Papa John's leaflet. Does that count?
Yeah. Poor Brian's now homeless, has no wife, no dog.
No wife, no house. This is just a cardboard backdrop. There's no house behind it. It's just I'm actually out in the open. But no, I can't believe it's been 5 years.
5 years, dude.
5 years. Yeah.
We've been doing this for 5 years.
5
That's nuts.
fucking years. How did that happen? When did that happen? I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, I've got to go grab my plinth. Hang on.
Oh, he's got an orangina plinth.
I'm sitting on my plinth right now. There we go.
Yeah,
that's better. So this is going to be tough because how many movies have we done? How can we do 5 years worth of movies in one night?
Like 218 or 219 episodes, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of them were tier lists. That was my pizza. I still got some left.
In the episode ranking, those episodes.
Yeah.
My numbers.
Yeah.
I think this may be the only tier list episode I count as a number. I think this is the only one.
The math class is hard, as Barbie says. But yeah, so this is a really good frozen Detroit. The Detroit style pizza is really taking the world by storm now. I think it's everywhere now. So
which brand is this?
I can't remember what brand it is. I did take because I took it out of the package, so I could fit in the freezer. You know, when you have
Was
too
it a
many
big
frozen
black
pizza,
package?
If it's from Detroit, it's dystopian brand.
dystopian brand. Yeah, yeah.
If it was a big black package from Costco, it may have been Motor City because Motor City's amazing.
Oh, I think it was Motor City. Yeah,
Motor
I think it was
City
Motor
is
City.
awesome,
It was really good.
dude.
It was really good. Yeah, yeah. It was Motor City. Yeah, it was good. And they have these like chunks of pepperoni here. It was very good.
What is that? That looks like maggots lying on that pepperoni. Isn't that a maggot?
It's
Well, they had
from
flavor.
those clams.
I
It's
almost went out
clam.
to buy clam pizza tonight. And my wife was like, "You can't go out and buy pizza for yourself." She was teasing me. I'm like, "But I got a $20 coupon." She was out with the girls tonight. She's like, "Save that for when we go out." All right. You know. Plus, I was getting ready for the show, so I ran out of time. And then the good thing was, Nick, I thought we were a half hour earlier, so I was like rushing. And then I had the video ready, uploaded. I'm like, "Where the fuck is everyone?" it was actually on time, and that's the trick, you know. Like you tell me like a half hour earlier, then I'm on time, like a half hour late, which is a good plan. Yep.
It's okay, man. It's okay. Okay. Right now,
That's what my skin looks like close up under a microphone. If you've got a magnifying glass, my skin looks just like that.
All right. We acknowledge that one. Cypher Chaos has been a member for 6 months. He says, "Cheers to 5 years of supreme toxicity. Here's to many more." Thank you, sir. Deleted Scenes. What's up, buddy? And he says, for $20. Woo! Congratulations on 5 years. That is generous, man. You are a son of a bitch, dude. Thank you. JT Kirk for 555 from Detroit. The very best, and I mean the absolute best Detroit style pizza's buddies. They invented it. Had some airtime for the 5 year. Oh my man, that's great to hear. They got buddies in my state now. I gotta buy it. I gotta buy it. We gotta do it. We gotta do it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be huge. Speaking of huge, how are you, sir? Tom Connors, welcome to Toxic Tuesday. 5 years.
Am I finally on?
You're in. I brought you in.
It took
from
me
the
5
back.
years just to get on the show.
And that's all we've got time for tonight. Goodbye,
That's
everybody.
it.
It's been great.
Happy
Come
5th.
We can't treat Tom like He-Man, right? I mean,
No
come on.
shit. But yes, we
Tom.
made it 5 years. I think I've been here for what, a third of the shows? But
I'd say about 35-40%, sure.
I'm
maybe
here to
a little
complain
less in
about the
recent
list
years,
and what
but
movies are not on the
overall,
list and how Die
33
Hard should
and a
have its
third.
own category. And
For 30
yeah.
third of them.
Yeah. All right, that we should do a Die Hard tier list where we include shit like Speed, Air Force.
Yeah,
One.
Die Hard type movies, exactly.
Yeah. We should. I think that's a great idea. That's an outstanding idea. But I may have to hold off on it only so you can have that one. Unless you insist on giving me the honors, then I will. Then
I don't
I'll
even know
do
what
it.
you got planned for tonight necessarily. I got an idea, but I don't know what's on the list. So,
Well,
like I said, I'm
don't
here to
worry.
complain about what didn't make the list.
Hey,
So.
I'm willing to open up my pants and show you a surprise. Okay.
Hello.
So,
Grab a ticket for complaints.
You've got
Yep.
the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
we got one
His
other.
dick's not small.
Thanks.
We got one other man in the back. We got to
We
bring
do.
to the front.
Oh,
We can make this a 3, 4, 5 somewhere, whatever.
Five
we fit.
men, and this is another long-standing man in more ways than one. Just another red shirt, sir. How are you?
Upstanding.
Upstanding.
I'm good. 5 years of wet fights, homoeroticism, and political incorrectness, giving to people what they want. Let's fucking go.
He actually said,
This is
fucking-
amazing.
I think that may
Oh
be
my
the first time
God.
you see that on stream.
swear jar.
That was special.
Put a nickel in the tin.
Well, kids, before we go in deep, Richard, how are you, sir? How do you feel about the fact that this actually went 5 ridiculous years and that we outlasted Batgirl?
It's a testimony to the fact that it's always fun to make fun of the modern audience, which is what we do here, and we have the movies to prove it.
Yeah.
It's been great. It really has. It's been tremendous.
It's been tremendous. It's been a little huge. Your mic's a little low, but I can hear you personally because, well, I got amazing hearing. But
Hey,
Let's see, we can
adjust
we can
that.
up.
we
can
got to
adjust his
dig in
mic.
his voice somehow.
Oh, edit
Dig-
mic settings.
And then
who's that Mike
Yeah,
settings
right
guy?
there.
Is he related
Yeah.
to Mike Hunt?
He is. He's rating to Phil and Mike Hunt are both related.
Phil
You tried
McCavity.
not to say it dirtily, but you almost made it sound more dirty.
So being the fifth anniversary, we started a Toxic Tuesday garden, and this was the first
Result.
plant that we. This was the first flowering of that garden.
It was a great hole until Nick, and then Nick just
This
stretched
is
it out.
straight from the Toxic Tuesday garden, next to the aubergines and the eggplants.
That used to be the fuck tree.
most mature stream on YouTube by a landslide. It ain't even close.
Did he say
Well,
most
dude.
mature? I would say
Dude.
both immature and mature at the same time.
It is.
Oh, Cypher Chaos!
It's
Say,
bi-mature.
$10.
We are bi-mature.
We're
Guys, by the way-
bi-maturious.
Bi-maturious.
Curious. He wants us to fill that hole right for $10. Thanks for giving me a most toxic birthday. 2 more hours and I'll be 41. Let's fucking
Nice.
go, dude.
Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday.
Cyphercast Cats. Give a huge happy birthday, Cyphercast. He deserves it.
somebody's birthday?
Oh, Bat Tom's here, guys. We got a
Bat
Bat
Tom's
Tom
here.
here before we do the.
Oh, I'm up
Let's
now.
go.
This is my prime time. I'm on my way to the strip club. I mean, I'm on my way to take out the penguin. That's what I'm doing at a club where there's strippers, and he might be there.
Then you may take your own personal penguin out then. At the
I
strip
always
club.
make sure that Alfred gives me lots of extra dollars on stripper night.
You know, you should heat those out. Just throw heated up quarters at them. Red hot quarters.
You know what? They don't like change, and they don't like it when you ask for change.
Here's a quarter. Give me change.
Like, I only got a 20.
They don't like it when they say make it rain and you actually put the hose on them.
Well, I mean, I got the utility belt. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Bat Tom, it's
You can't be too
Cypher Chaos'
deliberate.
birthday.
Wait a minute. Whose birthday is it?
Hyper Chaos. He's a
Hyper
devoted
Chaos?
member, a huge
And he's
member
4
of
years
that.
old. Well, happy birthday to Hyper Chaos and your 4th birthday. What do you want to be when you grow up? I wanted to be a doctor, but then my parents got killed in an alley, and instead my life became
I've never heard
hell.
about that. I've never
What?
heard about that.
Yeah,
Has
it's
it,
pretty
anyone ever
sad.
heard that happening to Bat Tom? I've never
My
heard of
parents have been killed on screen more times than Dracula.
that. Keep getting revived and killed again. They brought them back to life just to kill them again.
They do every time. They don't even have to. They just do
You-
it just
you'd
to
think one of-
mock me. I
I think
swear
one
to
of these
God.
times they would escape that fate.
Nope.
Nope.
They do it. I swear they do it. It's the pearls. Gets me every time.
It's like
You have
nobody-
to show the pearls dropping, and then I'm standing there crying, going, "Where's my mom and dad?" And then there was that time the Joker did it, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on
and
here?"
that's why you have a visceral hatred of pearl necklaces.
I want a pearl necklace.
But it was weird when the Joker did because he
She
asked
wore
you,
the pearl
do you dance with the
necklace.
devil in the pale moonlight? How do you do that, Bat Tom?
That's my favorite Prince song.
Is that a Prince song?
What?
I don't know, but it sounds like one.
Pearl necklace is easy top song. She wore a pearl necklace.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Cream.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen Michael, Bat Tom? Have you seen the movie Michael yet?
No, but I've seen the Joker.
Seen the Joker?
And then I see Joker fully doo doo boo.
Joker
Joker flatty
did a
What is
doo-
it?
Joker did a doo doo.
Fluty doo doo? It was a doo doo, all right.
Doo-doo.
Joker, fully a douche.
He's fully a douche. I don't like this Joker. I kind of feel sorry for him. Like, I don't really want to punch him. I just want to give him a hug and tell him it's going to be okay and stay away from women.
Sounds pretty gay.
And I'm going to tell that to that 4-year-old boy whose birthday it is today, too. Happy birthday. Don't go near women. They're a trap.
It's a trap? You said
It's
what?
a trap. You ever seen that movie Return of the Jedis?
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
that pit with like the tongue thing coming out and grabbing people, and Boba
Yeah.
Fett falls in. That's
Gets
women.
fully digested for like 1,000 years. Yeah.
That's women. That's the rest of your life. You get sucked in, and for the rest of your life, you're slowly digested by their bullshit
Well, dude,
daily.
Bat Tom, thank you for helping our.
I've been dealing with Catwoman for 60 fucking years.
She's immortal, isn't she? Right?
Or is it 70 now?
She's immoral.
Immoral. She's immoral.
Happy birthday.
Oh,
And hopefully you get what you want for your birthday and you grow up to be what you want and not Batman. Trust me, it's not what it's all cracked up to be.
His birthday's been filled with just juice.
just
Oh, the
juice,
bat
right?
suit gets so sweaty.
Well, you said you once upon a time you said you fight crime in a rubber outfit and it really seals in the flavor. Is it true?
The juices. Very much so, because I should have come up with a ventilation
Does
system.
that mean you're stewing all day long in those juices?
I'm stewing while I'm stewing.
How does the suits must smell pretty bad then? Bad
They
Tom?
smell kind of like bacon and Fritos.
Yeah. Ouch. Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's just.
And there's
It's
one that
not
kind of smells like
appetizing.
taco sauce, but that was because I was at the drive-thru and I spilled a bunch of taco sauce on my lips.
Does Robin ever help you clean up, or what? What you know?
No, that's why I make him wear those gay outfits.
Okay.
Wow.
I can't have him looking cooler than me. Are you kidding?
Right.
Other ladies
Yeah.
would
Bat
be all
Tom must
over
be the.
him.
Do you have a Bat credit card or?
Well, duh.
Duh.
It's over the
Yeah,
limit
well-
right now, but I mean,
But are you wealthy? I think I found a picture of Bat Tom. Was this you?
that's my sad day.
That was your sad day.
Hey,
Yeah.
Bat Tom, I hate to overextend your generosity, but we have a second birthday in our chat. It's from
Oh my gosh.
93 Mega. He turns 33, as he says.
Wow.
Last Sunday, I turned 33 years young. Congrats on 5 years of Toxic Tuesday. Huge. Thank you, Jonathan.
Man,
And
look at all
then
these
we're-
June
we're-
babies.
I know, but I promise I will not bug you anymore. You can even give us back Tom Connors if you want.
That's
See-
my little piggy. His name is Sausage.
Bat Tom isn't actually that overweight. That's because the suit won't let that stewing juice out.
No. You know how
just
like your
starts
legs
expanding,
retain
you know.
water?
Yeah.
You know what
Does
they
it
say
slosh
new
about when
babies?
you walk?
Oh yeah.
Like an internal ocean. There could be life in that ocean.
But I want to say happy
It's
birthday to
It's
Jonathan.
like Titan.
Go ahead. Go
And,
ahead, Bat Tom.
Happy birthday. Hopefully you get what you want for your birthday and you become what you want when you grow up. And I'm going to tell you the same thing I told the last guy, stay away from women. I don't know how old you are. You said 33? That's kind of old.
But you got to keep the women away from you, Bat Tom, because they're always like Wonder Woman and all those gorgeous superheroes are always, bothering you, right? And they want your attention. They want to ride in the Batmobile.
They just want my seed.
They want your Batcopter.
They want my bat seed.
Yeah, it's tough to resist Bat Tom, right? Yeah.
That's
Well,
right.
we got a $5 Rumble ramp from Deepo 101. He says, ahoy all. Congrats for 5 years. A couple of ideas for movies. He-Man, because Tom is here. Major League, which we did do. The Last Starfighter, we haven't done. Dirty Dozen, I don't think we've done that. And perhaps my favorite comedy, Life of Brian. Let's fucking go. Thank you, Deepo, for the
That's
5
a good one.
on Rumble. And yes, we will do those others. That is an inevitability, sir.
Have we
So-
done Magnificent Seven yet?
We have. We did
Okay.
the original one.
Okay.
Did we do 6? Did we do Magnificent
No, we didn't do
6?
the other 5 or 6. No.
But we're going to
Magnificent
talk
6?
this toxic tier list because, well, we got to do it. We got to
I
do
bet,
it.
Tom.
And I got to bring this overlay down. I didn't even know I had an overlay.
There we go.
Thank you.
Oh my
All
gosh,
right.
what do we got going on
Yeah.
here?
Hold on.
All right,
Chat,
let's go.
are you ready for the toxic tier list? I mean, come on. I'm asking you.
There it is. Australia. I'll be damned. Look at this country. You are gay.
That's where we were born.
Are you ready? Are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble!
Put a chick in it, make her gay.
All right, guys. The first of 32 movies. The Last Boy Scout. I will start off with Tom. Are you on the absolute toxicity, very toxic, fairly toxic, hardly toxic, or why?
This is one of those fairly toxic to very toxic films because it's a very manly film. And it taught me very young how to spot a cheating bitch. I love that toilet seat scene. I'm sorry. If you guys remember what I'm talking about. When Bruce Willis figures out that his wife or girlfriend's fucking around on him because the toilet seat's up.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis, two of the manliest men of the 90s together. I wish they had done more together, but no, it's a great film. It has a hell of an opening.
Yeah, it does. Holy shit,
I mean, I guess we're starting this one off with a bang. So yeah, I'd go somewhere between very toxic or fairly toxic. Either or would be very.
So you don't care where you put it.
Very
you
in
just
line.
know it's going to go. You have optional
You do have to
hope.
put it somewhere. You cannot choose not to put it somewhere.
I'm going to vote for fairly toxic.
Fairly. Okay. Red shirt.
Yep, this has been a while, but this is an oldie but a goodie. I agree with the masculinity involved here. It's got some great action scenes. It's got some humor in it. Some lands better than others, but it's just the characters just stay toxic. Even the daughter's toxic. It's great. Yeah, I'd make this fairly toxic. I'd make this fairly toxic as well.
It's a good baseline, yeah.
I feel like we're going to start off with so we got to hit the ground running. So, okay, so two fairlies. All right, 70s.
Oh, see, it's funny when you go for the first one, you always think, do I over or underdo it? And then probably when you're 15 movies in, you've just got the right groove for toxicity. So, but I
You're going in wet here.
I actually think this is very toxic. I'm going to go for very toxic on this one. I think there's enough testosterone-driven toxicity to make it totally unacceptable today.
Okay.
So I'm a very toxic.
Fairly, very. I like that. Fairly, very. All right, Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with very toxic. I just remember this movie, and this is an early Toxic Tuesday, if I can remember, way back when, right?
Quite far back.
Or Claudi's recommendation.
Back when Mark still looked like He-Man.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have the power anymore. Yeah. So I'd say this is very toxic. I love Bruce Willis's character in this movie as the private, and I'm a sucker for those old, Private Dicks. I love the Private Dick movies. So
of course you like Private Dick.
Yeah, they're really good, and especially when they're in black and white, film noir. So this is a classic gem that you might not doesn't get enough attention. So I'm going to go with very toxic. Yeah, and as we go through these,
I'm going to be the tiebreaker then.
As we're doing this, I'm going to put the episodes in here that we watched it. So this episode was, because I have a spreadsheet for freaking everything.
You should have made pop-up video for this.
Nick's doing Nick Noir tonight. Nick Noir.
I am doing Nick
Episode
Noir.
626 of Toxic Tuesday.
This was 9/21.
Tom and I are forever black and white together. Wow.
Yeah.
This was the episode where toilet humor was added to the. I don't know.
This was episode 15, 9/21/21.
Yeah, I remember Claudia recommend this, and I'm like, all right, well, because now you recommend it, I want you to be the guest. And lo and behold, he was the guest. So the rest was simply history. I'm gonna go So normally I would say very toxic in a other world, but here's why I'm gonna say fairly. Because of what it's going up against. When you look at stuff like Crank, Tropic Thunder, Blazing Saddles, Invasion USA, Face Off, Revenge of the Nerds, Cobra. It's still a toxic movie. It's all right. But comparatively speaking, I think we got to go fairly. In any other world, it should be higher. But when you see the competition, well, something has to give. In chat, the rules are the same as it's been. If people want to bribe their way via a super chat to a higher rank or a lower rank, depending on how much money you do, we can adjust. But other than that, of course, if we have ties, obviously it'll be hard because we have an odd
This is an
number.
interesting benchmark because this movie does have an awful lot of misogyny, profanity, violence, and various other things. So it's nice to see the benchmark. That would be considered a pretty toxic movie. So we've set the benchmark now.
Yeah.
Even one as toxic in this as this only reaches fairly toxic.
I know, compared to everything else. I know. It should tell you something. It really should. And yeah, shout out to Klobby, RIP. I actually, funny, I never saw this movie prior to watching it for Toxic Tuesday. Never seen it. This is my first time
you
watching
had
it.
a terrible childhood.
Yep.
What a wasted childhood.
I know, right? His childhood was depraved.
It was depraved. He was depraved on the account of he was deprived.
Oh, you guys are killing me. All right. Yes. All right. I agree. RIP for Klobby. All right. Well, let's get to the next one. Dread 2012. And once again, keep in mind the competition. This is a pretty toxic movie, but you got to look at the competition. Bad Santa, Dirty Harry, Team America, Predator. I'm going to go with either fairly or hardly, but I'm not committed to either of them. So I'm going to let Red Shirt go off of Dread.
This which Dread is this?
The Carl Urban one.
The urban one. That's the year didn't help me.
The good one.
I'm actually going to call this barely toxic. Partly due to hardly toxic. Yes.
Okay.
I mean, one is obviously still it's competition. I mean, we can't put everything in the top tier. We've got to have a spread, and this movie qualifies for. Yes, it's a very, very hardcore male character, but there is there are women in it, and it doesn't ring all the bells of a truly toxic movie. It's a pretty good adaptation from what I understand of the comic book. So it's got that going for it, and it's a great action movie, but that isn't automatically toxic. So I'll put it at barely.
Okay. So we're in fairly to hardly. Tom.
Hardly.
I think because you have the female villain, that offsets a lot of the toxicity that this movie normally probably would have generated. Like, I would almost argue that maybe the Stallone version is probably more toxic in a sense. But I mean, this movie is not nearly as toxic as the original comic book that it's based upon, let's say.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's still manly enough. I mean, I think another thing that might knock it down a peg is the whole female partner as the audience point of view character. Overall, though, I mean, I'd say hardly toxic like the rest of the guys in comparison to some of the other stuff we have on, because we've got to kind of look at it as a broad. And that's why I said that, putting Boy Scout there at fairly toxic is a good baseline, because then that way we can kind of go from there. Now, I mean, on its surface and what it is, I would say it could fall in the very toxic category, but I'm going to go with hardly toxic, like most of the other guys are saying here. Well, just because in comparison to some of the other stuff we got coming up too.
No, I love that. Thank you. That's a great score. All right. Well, we're looking, unless we have some really strong tiebreakers from 70s or Mark, this is probably looking at hardly. All right, Mark, sound off.
Yeah, I think it's fairly toxic. I mean, the villain in that what's her name, Mom, or what was her name in the the drug dealer,
Mama,
or whatever.
Mama.
I mean that slow-mo drug that was in there. I mean that was pretty toxic in that whole setup. And of course, everyone loves this movie except Clobby was, God bless Clobber Times. It's today was unfortunately the anniversary of when he fell ill and passed away on the 12th. But yeah, he loved the world building of Judge Dredd, and this movie didn't really have it, but he kind of came around a little bit to it later. And Urban's performance is great, but I'd go with Fairly Toxic. Just he's judge, jury, and executioner, right? And the villains are toxic. Women are toxic in this. Everyone is freaking toxic. The whole world is
Everyone
toxic
is
in this.
toxic.
Yeah, so I'm going with Fairly Toxic. It could almost be Very, but I'll go with Fairly.
Fair. Okay. 70s.
Because in relation to all the other stuff that we got coming up. Yeah.
This is a tough one because it does lack a lot of the things that we would consider toxic. Although now that you've reminded me there are women in it, I might never watch it again. And a female villain, and
but she's a toxic female villain.
She is, but I mean, she's not a white male, so
True, she's not a man.
she's a white woman, of course. I mean, it has certainly got the violence that we love, the heavy violence, the profanity, and it's got the beloved fascistic overtones that everyone always slagged Dredd off for right from the beginning because of the judge, jury, executioner thing and all that. So, if I could put it between Hardly and Fairly, I would, but I'm going to just force a tiebreaker. I'm going to say it's Fairly Toxic.
Okay. Dredd was episode 72. I think that was the last time we had Quarter Black Garrett on as a guest as well. Maybe we'll have to try again someday, get him back on. But yeah, he was a great guest for that show. Thank you, D-Bud, for that information. And yes, he placed the women with sheep, and Brian is there. I agree with that.
Yes, you bastard.
Well, then so we have a lot of Fairlies. Okay, I'd say it's fair. We could do Fairly. All right, guys. We're going to go now with Big Trouble in Little China, which, by the way, Kurt Russell just announced he'll be at the Chicago Fan Expo. So
I just saw that.
Excited.
Yeah.
Dude, and he's known for never doing autographs. They got him to agree to do autographs for this thing, too. So
but he's only going to do 2. So if you're not,
when is this supposed to be?
I'm going to be Dolph, but man,
he's going to be there too.
Dolph
when is this supposed to be?
And Mel Gibson and Glover, and they're doing.
When is this supposed to be?
And Judith Hogue from TMNT.
Okay, for the 10th time. When is this supposed to be?
Early August.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and save up, dude. I can't guarantee you.
I would love if you come. I will come too.
And
that's what my dates always tell me, but they're full of shit.
No, Judith Hogue is going to be there, and obviously from TMNT, and Gibson and Glover are doing Saturday. There's going to be a Lethal Weapon panel. There's supposed to be a TMNT panel for the 1990 movie as well. It looks like it's going to be freaking exciting this year. And then we got 6 for $25. That gets a video.
Wowzers.
Maybe 2 videos. 2 huge videos. I mean, wow, that is.
I saw you strip down for that hot tub.
His dick's not small.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. Thanks.
Wow. For $25, she says, happy anniversary. And with a slice of pizza. I just had my pizza. It was good. Thank you, 6 for a 25. That is insanely generous. Wow. And once again, you guys come with the history. Thank you, guys. This was episode 14 on September 14th of 2021. That was when we were 3 months into Toxic Tuesday. That's crazy. That is crazy. Oh, yeah. Juggalo Deathcock might join as well for that trip. He might commute as well, which if he does, he knows I can drive him. But man, guys, thank you for these super chats, Rumble rants, direct donations, membership whipping outs. This is great. But Big Trouble in Little China, 70s. Why don't you start off with this one?
I don't know if this movie is all that toxic. I guess now, even then, it probably did. But now it's probably going to get slammed for stereotyping, even though people like The villain, James Hong, is playing Lo Pan. It's not like it was white guy playing the role. But all that Fu Manchu style stuff that would probably get slammed now. And but it's other than that, it's not really that toxic. It's more of a fun romp. But I mean, these are all wonderful movies. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing to do with how good it is. So I'm actually just going to go for hardly toxic on this one. It's just a fun movie.
Okay, so hardly then. All right, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, specific characters could be kind of considered somewhat toxic, and maybe some of the racial stuff wouldn't have, by today's standards, like you just said, Brian. But like overall, I wouldn't say this is necessarily the most toxic of films. A lot of the women have agency in it.
Who let them do that?
But they're running some kind of dating agency?
Probably
yeah, that too.
Goldie Hawn.
But I mean, it doesn't feel like that the movie makes one over the other, and like it doesn't seem like it's overly masculine or anything like that, or demasculizing in any way.
Well, look at the fun that's made of Kurt Russell's character. I mean, he's no white savior, is he?
Exactly. Like, I mean, it has kind of the elements to it to kind of really, sand off the hard edges that you would normally get in an action film like this, especially from that era and the director and so on. Being that it's more of a comedy and tongue-in-cheek, I'm going to go with hardly toxic.
It depends who's tongue and who's cheek, of course.
That's right.
2 for the hardly. And, well, I'm going to go for the hat trick and echo these guys and say, yeah, that's a three-peat. It's a fun time. It's an incredible time. It's one of my favorite movies even. I love Kurt Russell in this movie. By the way, John Carpenter will be at the Fan Expo as well. So who also directed Big Trouble in Little China and The Thing.
I'm watching The Thing expanded right now.
Everyone's going to be there. And also the best part, it's not actual Chicago. It's in a suburb right outside Chicago. So
it does more than expand. It also elongates.
It's elongated and expanded.
Elongates.
So it's not on fire is how you can tell it's not Chicago.
That's right.
It's not burning.
Or under fire.
Or under fire.
Mark.
Yeah, I kind of agree with the hardly. I'm in between hardly and fairly, but I could probably go with the hardly. Yeah, we skip with the consensus because it's it's a good natured 80s romp, so it's toxic just because it's an 80s movie, right? You have the cultural stuff maybe, and isn't there some trafficking in this movie and.
I mean, there is that aspect. Kim Cattrall is a very modern 80s woman in the film, I think.
Yeah,
does that
she is.
make sense?
Yeah. So I'd go with I'd see with the hardly. Yeah, it's not over the top as in terms of the toxicity. Although this is a great movie and another hidden gem there. If you hadn't seen this movie, if you're a youngin, you might miss this one. And Kurt Russell's so damn good in this. And you're right. Yeah, Kim Cattrall. You forget, from Sex and the City, she's in this. So yeah, it's I'm gonna go with hardly. Yeah, I'd go with hardly.
Okay. So,
but that's not an insult to this movie.
No, not at all.
No,
yes,
no,
D-Bud.
It's relative.
For those who are the biggest members, I send them a package, thank you note, handwritten by me, stickers, bottle opener, and then I also send them a thing that's unique to their package. And D-Bud got Big Trouble in Little China on Blu-ray. Cypher Chaos got an album from the band Void. Killer young band I've been really digging. Hopefully he dug that too. And I'm just saying, guys who have the biggest members on my channel get rewarded the biggest. Just saying. Yeah, dude, he I sent him a huge package. Lester as well. I sent him Batman: The Long Halloween hardcover. Sorry, no, it was soft cover, but in a big package. So
I thought you said pizza crusts.
I think Red Shirt is the only one who didn't have a score for Big Trouble in Little China.
I don't think you did yet.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
So go ahead and go, sir. So we can transition.
Okay. This is one of the early episodes for me on Toxic Tuesday, and it ought to be raised in toxicity because I was still trying to go on camera with a really crappy internet connection. So never knew when I was going to get booted out of a stream or freeze solid. But if I stick to the movie, I'd say this is hardly toxic. A lot of it is in the humor and the dialogue. and that's all tongue in cheek. So it's harder to classify it. It's not just a, well, this is true. It's a it's a wink and a nod every time they do it. So they know what they're doing. It's a fun movie. It's a very, very funny movie, and I love the fact that they reversed the hero and the comic sidekick. They made Jack Burton the comic sidekick, which is something that I hadn't really seen much outside of the Warner Brothers cartoons before. So it makes a movie memorable. It's a, I if I could get to Chicago for that convention, I would. That's a
Oh,
convention
dude,
I
you
would
and
go
I would
see to
hang
get
out.
to
If
see
you
those
came out of
people.
Chicago, I would make sure I open up time for you to hang out. I would. You
Okay.
bet your sweet, sweaty ass. And dude, the best part about this convention is right by O'Hare. It's about like no, I'm not joking. You get on a train at O'Hare, and the very first stop after you get on the train is where the hotel and the Donald Stavin Convention Center is. It's kind of retarded how convenient it is.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yep. Yeah, I would love to. I really would have to look though. We've got a bunch of stuff that's come
Look
up.
at the
and
dates.
we're
Look up
making plans.
fanexpochicago.com. Look at the dates, and maybe you could just plan doing around like the Saturday, because I know Long Green and Gibson are going to be there that Saturday only.
So you guys all planning a date together? I love this.
Dude, live on Toxic
Awesome.
Tuesday.
You're planning a
So-
date together.
or
It's
Grindr.
fun.
All right,
It's
because
wonderful.
everyone's asking when it is. Now I have to look it up. All right, fanexpochicago.com is August 14th through the 16th, and I'm going to send you guys the link in the chat. So go ahead, arrange your plans. Once again, it's going to Chirac without going to Chirac. It's the best of both worlds. So
Because you guys aren't going to have a
I will
football team
definitely
much
look.
sooner.
All right,
For much
we're gonna
longer.
put this under hardly toxic. So we're gonna transition to the next movie, and this is Rambo. In some countries, it's called John Rambo, and for cultural reference, some people call it Rambo 4. I would actually put this movie under very toxic, and I'm just gonna lead off because of the amount of badassery and the kills he unleashes in this movie. Holy crud, does he kill the shit out of people in this movie? I won't say it's absolute toxicity. The only reason why I won't is because of what else is on this list. If you're on any other list, it would be the highest of the high. But because when you got Death Wish 3, Dirty Harry, Face Off, Revenge of the Nerds as your competition, well, something has to give. And I still feel like very toxic is still a bit of a high honor. So I'm going to go very toxic. Mark, why don't you go off about Rambo, aka
This
Rambo?
movie is absolutely effing toxic. I was just trying to load one clip from it to play. This movie I saw in the movie theater, and some assholes brought like their 4 or 5-year-old kids to the movie. And this movie is based on some horrible real life occurrences in the world in Myanmar. They actually changed the name of the country in part because of this movie, the bad publicity, but just the absolute torture, hard towards men, raping. I mean, just there was one of the clips in the air was they take 50 caliber machine guns and you watch people get ripped to shreds, which is really what would happen with a 50 caliber machine gun, and like most movies where a car door stops bullets. The subject matter is horrific, and Rambo in this movie is the reluctant warrior, and I love that opening scene. I'll load it in a second where he's the boatman, and he's a big ass, he's still big, he's very bulky, although he looks old, and he's just the boatman, and he drives these mercs who are think they're the king of the world, and they're not doing anything as everyone's forced to wade across. They threw grenades into a pond, and they imagine having to wade across it, and this stuff like this happens happen there, and they're watching everyone get killed, and Rambo comes out with his bow and arrow and one by one takes out the soldiers, and then has that great line, live for something, or was it the line, live for something, die for nothing. It's and he threatens the head merc there, and he said, we're going now, and he kind of takes over the group. And so this is just one of those movies that really hit hit home and hit hard. And I'm probably talking too long, but this is the one I think is one of the movies that's the most toxic, and it hits really hard because it's based on real life happenings that are occurring in the world and just the horror that people have to go through. And we take that stuff for granted here sometimes. We can get frozen pizza out of our freezer and get it, put it in where other people are in the microwave. Other people are worried about just surviving to the next day. So this one gets one of my strongest votes for incredibly toxic.
Thank you, Jonathan, for posting the line. Live for nothing or die for something. Your call, dude. What a punch of a line, dude. So yeah, I'm not committed to very toxic. If I get outvoted with absolute, I'm not going to complain. So we got absolute and very 70s. Where you at, sir?
Well, this is the first one where I think I'm going to have to really struggle to pick between absolute and very.
This is a good problem to have. That's a good problem. So it's going to be there. So that's good.
So the only thing that might stop short of being absolutely toxic is that the kills that are made, and there are an awful lot of them, red mist, they just disintegrates people, basically. Is that the people that are being killed deserve thoroughly to be killed.
Mm-hmm.
So if it was just people randomly being destroyed, anybody, good, bad, I'm the guy with the M50. It would be definitely absolutely toxic. So that's the only thing though, because everything else about it just screams toxicity. It's the sincerity of the killing and the people that deserve to be killed. So, and there's a lot of violence against the ladies in it, and very nihilistic in tone. This is tough. This is very tough. Plus, everyone the modern audience, so-called, and the people that
I know people who were very offended by this movie in 2008.
I'm actually going to say, despite what I said earlier about the people that deserve, I'm going to say absolutely toxic.
Ooh, two absolutes with a very, and the very was more of like a fencing very that can border on absolute.
I'm in between the two. Yeah, I'll say absolute.
All right, red shirt.
Okay, this movie starts out very calmly, but the toxicity comes in very quickly. The missionaries are toxic. They're arrogantly naive. They expect everything they expect the world to work the way they think it should work rather than the way that it does. And they managed to hang on to that for a surprisingly long time through some horrific events. Simon, as you mentioned, people who deserve to be killed. I just think back on the hand grenades in the rice paddy scene. I don't think any of those people deserve to be killed, and that is one of the most toxic, because it's obvious that the sadistic SOB in charge of the military unit for the Burmese army is enjoying this. To him, this is a game. It's like playing bingo with political prisoners. Boom, grenade goes off, bingo. It's just the mercenaries are toxic as all get out. Their attitude towards anyone who's not military at their level is, you don't rate, you don't belong. We don't want you. We don't want anything to do with you because, we only fight real warriors. And it takes Sylvester Stallone saving their butts to get them to begrudgingly accept him as one of their own. So, with all of that said, and the fact that, yes, I agree. I can think of a couple of people who would walk out of the room and not be willing to watch this movie today. I believe the top one here is absolutely toxic. That's where I'm putting this.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Man's got to know his limitations.
Tom?
I mean, doesn't this movie still have the highest body count of any film, period? So, yeah, I guess I got to echo everybody and go with either very toxic or absolute toxic, whichever it lands in with
we'll just go absolute to simplify. This movie's earned its stars and stripes, Tom. No one's going to argue with that. Even people like me who are on the very, we're not going to argue.
Yeah, I mean,
Stars and stripes. Hell, this movie This movie earned its jungle boots.
Yeah, this movie is so brutal. It's just so brutal, and the more you think that how real it is, or could be real, or stuff does happen out in the world. It's so horrific. So I did load the clip here. So
Live for nothing, or die for something.
Yep.
Yeah.
it shows
that-
Stallone can still
and I-
get it done at an advanced age, right? I mean, this movie was
yeah.
a
Spy
big
for
surprise.
Chaos.
And less plastic surgery at that point.
This is Jim Beam in this Stormtrooper helmet glass. I'm drinking.
Nice.
You see, that should be the skull
boy.
of an actual stormtrooper, not just in a glass.
I'm doing
an
I'm doing a Jim and Coke type of night. So to answer your question more
Richard gets what
thoroughly,
I'm talking about.
Yes.
anyways, guys, the next movie is gonna be Top Gun, and I'm gonna go with very toxic, not the most. And the reason why I'm not going the most is only because of the competition. Once again, for any other list, I probably would put it in the utmost, but you gotta consider competition. But this is a movie dominated by men doing manly things. And then the bond between Maverick and Goose borderlines on a relationship. And then the fact that there's the volleyball scene. The volleyball scene says it alone. You watch a volleyball scene and you can feel the testosterone.
So if we had a category for most homoerotic, it would certainly top this.
Oh God, yeah. No, if I get if I get outnumbered, argued onto absolute, I'm not going to object. I won't fight for it, but I'm going to just be generous and say very. But if you guys want to, push back, go absolute, go ahead.
The homosexual love in this movie
I got
takes
that
my
vital
breath
too,
away.
Tom. I'm going to big in you.
So takes my breath away every day.
Oh, dude, you're taking my breath away right now. Just look at that wax in your hands. That's a big wax in your hands. Look, I can see you putting your hand around it too.
Tom, do you wish you had a big ninja in between your legs right now? The motorcycle, the ninja.
Hey, let's turn off. So, speaking of Tom, why don't you tell us your score on Top Gun?
This movie is the greatest movie ever made. It's the greatest love story about men. I don't know. It's toxic, but it's not like it thinks it's more toxic than it. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I don't know
It
if
almost
I
has
agree,
that
but
toxicity
it
thrusted
does
upon
make
it just
sense.
because of the era that it came out in and what it's about and kind of how it's basically nothing more than a glorified commercial for the Navy or whatever. But like, yeah, I'd go. This is in the fairly to at best hardly toxic.
You can rail my tail, right?
Very gay though.
Anytime, Maverick. So we got very and fairly. Okay.
Tom, I'll see you that album and I'll raise you a laser disc.
Oh, dude, now you make me want to
Remember,
go
I
dig
picked
for
these
my
up a while
wax.
ago.
He's whipping it out.
This is the
He's
laser
whipping it
disc.
out.
Oh, laser disc.
Reference quality laser disc, baby.
Dude.
Laser
Nice.
disc.
Oh, that is nice.
I don't have a player,
And
but
they
I
only
do have the
distill
laser
the
disc.
7 C's of men. Men and their man goo at the 7 C's.
Man,
And I do have the very exquisite Maverick and Top Gun.
I got that
set.
for my
Dude, that's
kid.
big in your
Yeah,
hands.
It's so good.
Oh,
So
dude.
good.
How do you hold that in your hand? Does it feel heavy?
Well, it feels like it's getting bigger the longer I hold it. It came with a little packet of sand, so you can do your own beach volleyball. No, that's not true.
Yeah, he takes it out. He doesn't look at it. He just takes it out and strokes it.
Oh,
I do
man.
that.
Well,
Remember
Steve,
Precious.
why
I
don't
just
you do your
hold it.
score since we were talking to you?
I think yeah. Is it? Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to put in fairly toxic because I was tempted to just say, well, it's it's hardly toxic, but it does celebrate the military in a very unapologetic way and patriotism in the military, and men, guys doing manly things, particularly on the beach. So I think fairly toxic is probably where it belongs.
Okay. Well, hot dog. Talk to me, Goose. Oh, they talked to him all right. Well, Red Shirt, why don't you sound off on where you're at? Because we got two on the fairly, and I'm at the very.
Okay. I remember this well. I had a cousin who was went to Top Gun as a rear seater, and so I got the full force of the U.S. Navy reaction to Top Gun from him. It definitely was an unapologetic love letter to the U.S. Navy and the U.S. military. For that, it would be considered toxic. Then, even then, it was, and today it would be even more. You have all the homoeroticism. I'll grant you that, but and this is where I have to knock this down. Kelly McGillis's character gives as well just as good as she takes in this movie, and totally nonplussed by Tom Cruise's character showing up in the bathroom with her, trying to get her to agree to the arrangement so he can win the bet, and she's like, "Nice try." Afterwards, so it doesn't really. She's like the antitoxin for this movie, and the fact of the matter is that the scene where she's introduced to the guys, as their new instructor, and Cruz just puts his face in his hand, was beautifully reprised in Top Gun Maverick when Maverick walks into the room and Hangman puts his face in face in his hand. So if Kelly McGillis is playing a role that they reprised a little bit of for Tom Cruise in the second movie, that she's given the guys a run for their money. So I would mark this one as fairly toxic.
Did she ever get her chafing dish back? Oh no, that was Hot Shots. Sorry.
So hold on, say that again, Red Shirt. Very or fairly?
So
fairly.
Fairly, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Mark, you're the last one.
I'm gonna go with hardly, because the volleyball scene hardly did it for me. I don't think it's that. It's just it's a manly movie, but I'm going with hardly on this one.
They should have used more copper tone, is what you're saying.
You and I got
copper tone.
I'm the very, you're the hardly, and we got outnumbered by 3 fairly. So I guess that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah, it's
Cypher Gas, but hard, capitally.
Yeah. I was about to make that joke, and I kind of clipped myself there, but so it's just a great 80s action movie, but it's not. It's just normal men being men. There's nothing unusual about this, except it's unusual today.
That's
maybe
considered toxic too.
Today it's considered toxic. Back then, no one said boo about this movie, right? People complained it was too militaristic. It's an advertisement for the Navy and the Air Force, but of course it was. It was a great. God, the recruiting went way up. So, not. I'm sticking with hardly.
Okay. Well, hot dog. What?
So we'll put it. It's in the fairly.
Put it right in the middle at fairly.
Fairly.
Once again, if you have objections, super chat objections, if they're high enough, we'll consider that. So we're gonna move on.
Thank you.
Jason Statham, and this movie is a trip, and in more ways than one. Him getting roadhead in the car openly. And the fact that he's basically on drugs throughout the movie, and the kills, the badassery.
Well, this is probably the most toxic film we have on this list. Let's be honest.
Gets a right. It's called Crank.
There is no S tier, but it would be the S tier.
This is the absolute toxicity. I'm not gonna say much just so we can have the list move, but also so you guys can speak. But I'm under absolute. Red Shirt, go ahead and go for it.
I just I'm just thinking in mind of the you talked about the roadhead, is the whole scene in Chinatown with the girl on the ground and the crowd of Chinese shoppers gathered around watching, and you wonder how many of them are actually giving pointers or rating what they're seeing. It was just off the wall for Toxic, and it's very much a mission movie, man. One man army, and Statham milks this thing for all it's worth, and almost everything that
Interesting
comes
choice
out
of
of that
words.
is toxic. Yeah, he's milking it for all it's worth, both sides. So yeah, I'm gonna join the absolutely toxic group.
Okay, cool. I like that. Absolutely. Crank is very toxic. Absolutely, absolute. Okay, well, Tom.
Like I said, it's the most toxic film we probably have on this list.
Oh, okay, that sounds like an absolute. Mark.
Yeah, I'm between absolute and very toxic, but then remember, didn't he have to have sexual intercourse to keep his heart going at one point in the middle of the courtyard with everyone?
Yes, that's
So-
the China. That's what I'm saying. That was the Chinese
Yeah,
market scene.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So so I guess probably absolutely toxic, because if you got to do that, I mean, it was a tough choice, either die or screw or die. So he chose well. He
Hump or
chose well.
die. Hump or die.
So,
Classic line.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd go with the absolute toxicity. Yep.
Okay. 70s.
Well, I mean, this has got it all, isn't it? Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Maybe not so much the rock and roll, there's some of that in there. It's just full on misogynistic sex, violence, hyper violence. Just, I don't know, cartoonish bodies, bits of bodies are getting severed. And Dwight Yoakam's losing his hair. So I think this is an absolutely toxic movie. This is top tier. This is in the absolutes.
Okay. I like that. Did I miss anyone? I think I got
I think we all
everyone.
cranked.
We all cranked.
Yeah, we all cranked. I
We
like
all
that.
did.
All right. Dewey Cox, walk hard.
I know where Nick is putting
Hard.
this piece of shit. I know where he's going with this.
I'm gonna go under very toxic, and this really is a very toxic movie. And I mean, the along the lines, oh Dewey, you walk so hard. It's also become a clip that has become synonymous with Toxic Tuesday when we close this show.
I smell horse shit. It's horrible, but I can smell it.
Smell that shit, baby.
So you realize the whole audience has just left. They think the show's over.
Yeah. I love the girl in the back. Smell that shit, baby. That just sells that clip, right?
Dude, and you don't like these drugs, Dewey. It does things to you. Oh god, dude, it is hilarious. Just freaking hilarious. But of course, I'm willing to, accept objections because I'm not committed. So why don't you guys go ahead and go with your arguments? I'm going to go under very, starting with Tom.
Dewey Cox, is that what we're on?
Yep.
I'm gonna go very toxic on that.
Ooh, 2 on the very toxics. Okay. Anything you want to add?
Just for the
to
monkey
commit your
love.
argument, or just that?
For all the monkey love that's in it. And the penises.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. Well, then, I'll tell you what. Well, red shirt. Red shirt. All right, I'll just go to Mark.
He's smelling that shit right now, but
He's smelling that shit right now.
I would go. I'd go with very. It's a ton of nudity. The language in this movie, Dewey is just so toxic. He's like, he could be like, his middle name is toxic. So I'm gonna stick with it. Doesn't quite make absolute. It's close, but I'm gonna go with very. Yep.
Okay. I like that. Well, then 70s.
Well, it's got it all, really, isn't it? It's got some people getting cut in half. So it's got some violence. It's got a lot of nudity, a lot of swearing, a lot of drugs. Even the songs are quite toxic. some toxic stuff in the songs.
Full frontal male nudity too.
Full frontal male nudity. I think it's very toxic.
Okay.
That's my
All
ranking.
very toxic. Red shirt, are you still there? No. Well, I'm just gonna, unless he has an objection.
Oh, you put something in the privates. Oh,
yeah, he said.
Be right back. He said
go
he'll go last. Yeah.
Well,
he'll hold
oh,
out.
he's back.
Not here, and you guys kind of shot your load on this one. Okay, this is gonna be easy, at least in my opinion. Tropic Thunder. I mean, if you don't know this movie, then you don't understand why it's absolute toxicity. I'm just gonna say absolute with no arguments. Either you agree or you're simply wrong. 70s.
Retarded.
Yeah, no one's ever making a comedy like this for a long time again. Probably the last of the truly great comedies that we'll all reference for decades. It's just think about it. I mean, it's just. Is it really blackface? It kind of is blackface. Blackface doing blackface is weird.
It's still blackface.
It's still
Even if
blackface.
it's an impersonation, it's still blackface.
It's everything gets mocked. Weight, sexuality, mental disability. Les
Never go full
Grossman,
retard.
never go full retard. It's got everything in there, which is what you really want. So I think this is absolutely toxic, undoubtedly.
Okay.
I mean, if even Ben Stiller disowns it now, it has to be absolutely
he's a
toxic.
fucking poser for
Yeah.
that shit. Poser. Yeah, you still say that word? Yeah, I do say that word. Fuck you gonna do about bitch? Red shirt. We kind of just went for a very toxic on Dewey Cox. Unless you have any objections,
no,
we went
that's
with
fine.
it. But you can add to something with Tropic Thunder if you'd like.
Oh man, I mean, just the intro with the whole backstory going on with that, the blackface and the self-conscious nature of it. He knows what he's doing. He doesn't care, and that's the toxicity in it. Yeah, I'd call this with everything else that goes on and all of the, even in spite of the stupidity of some parts of the story, where they just don't realize this is turning real. Even after the director gets blown up by a landmine. This is a very toxic movie. Bordering on absolute.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Well then, where are the dues?
Oh my God, the cock.
Thank you, Mr. Bond.
Tom?
Oh, James.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder is probably up there with probably some of the more toxic. So definitely a very toxic film. I don't know if it's absolutely toxic, but it's definitely very toxic.
We got 3 out of 5 that are committed to absolute, 1 on the very. All right, Mark.
Everybody knows you never go full retard. What do you mean? Check it out. Dustin Hoffman, Rain Man, look retarded, act retarded, not retarded.
Absolute. I mean, you're using the word retarded. You got a guy in blackface. And I mean, case closed. That's it. I'm not waste any more time. I mean, just this movie is like the definition of toxicity. I mean, people probably would try to go out and burn the fucking film if they could find it today. I mean, no sense of humor. Not realizing.
We never even really discussed Tom Cruise's role in it. So
yeah, that's his best role ever. Tom Cruise is the toxic studio producer dancing around like crazy, and they're talking about making a spin-off using his character. But that's my favorite Tom Cruise role. and the skewering of Hollywood there. Oh man, it's
Thank
such
you
a
for your
great
service.
soundtrack.
Now go fuck yourself.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's so freaking good.
Yeah. So
Okay, well,
yeah,
I guess we can
that's a
then
keeper.
transition to the next movie, Action Jackson. There's a great
Yeah.
line here where Carl Weathers has a big old gun in his hand. And he says, "Barbecue, huh? How do you like your ribs?" Shoots a guy, and the guy straight up disintegrates. That shit was fucking wild. That scene alone deserves somewhere between fairly or very. It's very 80s, and they definitely are very unapologetic about having the women look, well, like women in this movies. It's got women in it, but it's only to show them off for assets that men are very highly attracted to. That is their only purpose in the movie, and it's all about men killing each other. So I'm gonna commit to a very with this one, Action Jackson. What about you, Mark D with a C?
All right. Well, we'll call in with another clip.
Barbecue, huh? How do you like your ribs?
Yeah.
I forgot I added my rack of ribs on the
at
end there.
the end.
It's been a while. Yeah, and we did this movie in response to the tragic death of Carl Weathers, remember?
We did.
So he died the
Yes.
week before. Then we said we skipped the movie we're going to do and did Action Jackson. And classic 80s, it's not absolute, it's not fairly, but it's like it's a very, yeah, but yeah, some great lines in that, and Carl Weathers is so freaking awesome. It's a shame that
He's a great
he's
leading
gonna-
man.
Yeah, and what a kick-ass dude, and because you have the foil to the Rocky is fantastic, and Predator. So without a good, he becomes a hero in the Rocky movies, but he's just such a great action star. So I'm going with very. Good job, Carl. God rest your soul.
Rest in peace, Carl Weathers. Two men who say very. 70s.
I think this is very toxic. It's certainly like a lot of black exploitation movies, which is kind of part of. It's very macho. Women are pretty much objectified. It's got tons of excessive violence, lots of nudity. It's the masculinity. So this is very toxic.
I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. It's just very toxic. All right. Tom.
I was very disappointed. Tito wasn't in this. Jermaine wasn't in this. Hell, even Latoya wasn't in this.
And you'd never heard of the one Action. I mean, what instrument did he play?
Yeah, like I'm so confused. I mean, no. This is probably a fairly toxic movie. I wouldn't say it's overly, but not under. It's definitely in that mid-range. It's been a lot of years since I've seen it though, too. So
you gotta stick it right in the between. All right. Red shirt.
Oh man, it's been a while for me too, but I kind of feel like this is what a James Bond film would have looked like if James Bond had been black and it were R-rated, so we got to see all the women he bedded. It is unrelenting on its own terms and its own level. It just keeps going with the toxicity. I'd call it very toxic.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Well, gentlemen, very toxic Action Jackson is. The next one. Ooh, this is gonna be an interesting one. Grandma's Boy. Normally, and on the year list, I would consider this absolute, but I'm gonna go with very toxic. But I will not object to arguments and go over absolute. I mean, the scene alone. Oh my God, I'm coming. I can't stop it. It feels so good. I can't believe you came on my mom. Dude, that scene alone. And then the whole thing about the grandmas, and they thought the grandmas were being banged. Bro, that shit was all wild. And the fact that he had that fat boy sucking on the teat of a lady for an hour and a half. That was her only purpose in the movie, is for a fat boy to go for her. So I'm very toxic, but I'm kind of leaning on absolute. But I will say it, to me, there's no argument that at the minimum it should be very toxic. Also, shout out to the star, Alan Covert, for having a surprise guest appearance on Toxic Tuesday to talk about this movie. And I told no one in advance. I just dropped it as a surprise. Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you, dude. It's great having you on for that. Still grateful. Tom.
This was probably one of the last pretty good comedies made before woke, so I'd say it's very toxic, if not fairly toxic. I know I'm kind of middle of the road all the time, but
No. Hey, dude.
probably fairly toxic.
Okay. So one very, one fairly. Okay. Well, 70s.
Yeah, I think I'd probably stick to fairly on this, although it's got a lot of certainly a lot of sexual stuff that probably be objected
He
to
came
badly
on
now.
his friend's mom.
But come on, Nick, we've all done that.
Oh man.
whether she realized it or not. So, but despite that, I still think it's kind of just, it's because it's kind of a slackery kind of comedy. I don't think it's that ill-willed and all that. So I'd say fairly toxic.
Remember
I'm
when
going for
Kevin
fairly.
Nash just kicked out Alan Cover out of his home, and he's like, "Oh, those massagers, they're hookers. You're a hooker, dude." I love that line. So we got two fairlies, one very. All right, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, we did have the star on for this. That was an awesome get, Nick. Next time we do Top Gun, try to see if we can get Tom Cruise. But that was a wild surprise. I mean, that was, and then ask him about that scene, like, because he's had to explain that scene so many times, and it's just freaking ridiculous, right? And then the nudity. I mean, it's almost absolute, but I can live with very. So, yeah, I could probably go with very, because it's not like mean spirited and it's comedy, but it's man, it's toxic. And Tom is right. Yeah, it's very rare that you get stuff like this like this today, or you couldn't do this today. So I'd say very. I go with the very, but yeah.
Okay. Ooh, red shirt. The pressure is on. You are the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna ruin your whole day because I got to take a pass on this. I don't think I've ever seen the movie, let alone been on the show.
Oh,
just lie and vote.
So
just
now
like
chat. We need a tiebreaker. Either a vote or a very persuasive super chat. So, oh boy. All right, let me upload the.
Maybe Covert is in the
YouTube. Let me upload the stream page because I did not. Ah, wow. Okay, that's Richard. That sucks, but that's valid. It absolutely is valid. So let me get a vote.
Yeah, I don't want people to think we just make this shit up as we go along.
Yeah,
we take this stuff seriously,
boy. Absolute toxicity and very toxic. All right, chat, go ahead and vote. Once again, the only way this will get voted is if someone does, let's just say, I don't know, $15 or more of a super chat. We'll say 15 is reasonable. We're not trying to be too high about it. So 15 or more sways the vote. Otherwise, the vote will be the deciding factor. So we're going to move on to A Nightmare on Elm Street 2. We all know why this movie was chosen. We all know why. It could be any more obvious. Now, outside of those scenes, I would probably honestly say, comparatively speaking, it's a toxic movie, but when you compare it to everything else here, I would have to say hardly toxic. But man, those scenes that you definitely get it. It definitely has you thinking. So I'm gonna go with hardly. Red shirt, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, the gay one. Which would, by the way, our guest for that show was the great Mike Harlow. I mean, couldn't be any more appropriate of a guest.
Yes. I agree that under in any other comparison or any other discussion would be higher, but I think that it's barely toxic, just as you said. I'm going to go with the same vote.
Okay. Wow. 70s.
Sorry, I'm back. Where are we now?
Nightmare on Elm Street 2, the gay one.
Oh,
wake up out of your nightmare.
Sorry,
we have two Hardleys right now.
Despite the gay stuff, well, put it in the shower scene's pretty toxic. I still don't think for a horror movie, it's not that toxic. I don't think. I don't know.
You're gonna put under hardly or
I think
why?
it's hardly toxic.
All right, we have 3 hard.
Well, certainly, the shower thing qualifies it to be hardly as opposed to why. So.
Okay. Well then, Tom. Yes, JT Kirk. It is definitely that one. It is most definitely that one.
Which Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is
Yeah.
probably.
Please don't leave at a 50-50 vote, chat. Please.
Fairly toxic.
So hardly, and then fairly. All right, Mark.
In the ass?
That's at least got to rate it fairly, right? Right? I mean, it's got to at least be fairly. It's borderline very, but I'll go with fairly. So I'm looking at all these clips that we had from that movie. It's pretty hysterical. Yeah. So, yeah, fairly.
Okay. So we have 3 Harleys, 2 Fairleys. Hardly wins. So let's put on our Harley. All right. The next one. And by the way, to keep you all updated, the vote is 14 votes, 50-50. Please break that damn tie on Grandma's Boy. This is not helping at all, guys. Thank you for being here, by the way, but we got to do something about that tie. Come on. The next one, though, is, there we go. Now we got a 15th vote under very. Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. One of the wildest movies of the 90s. And really, if you want to say how wild was the 90s, you give them this movie. I would say this is very toxic. Man, him living as another man and trying to do every weird, creepy thing in the book as another man. Like the worst things you could do, and he does them. I'm going to go with very. What about you, Tom? Maybe we lost Tom. Tom will be back.
What am I doing now? Sorry. Face
Off.
I'd have to say, going by the list, just because I got to compare it to other films on the list, this one's probably hardly toxic.
Oh, I disagree with that strongly.
Well,
Wow.
Make your case then, because that's.
I did. I wonder very toxic, dude. This movie, if you had to sum up how crazy and nutty the 90s was, to me, this movie sums up how absolutely batshit wild. The fact that he had to wear another man's face, live his life, and try to do every weird thing under the book as another man, including trying to get to his lady. Come on, dude. Very toxic. Very. I see. It's interesting. People are saying it's either very toxic or it's not. That is very interesting wording.
I gotta say, but I think it's only fairly toxic. I mean, it's
So we got
crazy,
hardly,
but it doesn't
fairly,
really,
and very.
you could
So
still
as of
make
now, since 70s is going for it, says he's fairly. All right, Mark, where are you at?
I mean, dudes they gotta sleep with their other halves, right? So, and that was the one thing I always joked about this movie, like, the wives can't tell that the dudes are different because they're just changing their faces. They're not changing their bodies. But yeah, this is pretty freaking toxic. So I'm gonna go with very toxic. The overtop John Travolta. John Travolta's in his prime in this movie. It's just, he's off of Pulp Fiction. And man, what a what a crazy fucking movie this was. Oh, just and his character so toxic. So I think this just pushes over the top to very, but
Okay.
I know this is one of your favorites, right, Nick?
Oh, love this movie. Red shirt.
I would put this at fairly toxic because while yes, it is an off the wall movie, the modern audience, I mean, I don't think this movie would offend people today. I guess is the way to put it. I mean, it's a great movie and it's a crazy movie, but I don't think it's offensive to the people who would define toxicity by what they don't like.
You guys are killing me. Oh man. Oh. Okay, well, I put under fairly, and Grandma's Boy gets very. So we are updating.
So Grandma's Boy is a very. We put in very.
We put under very. So chat, thank you for playing. It is absolutely very toxic. Grandma's Boy is. All right. And Revenge of the Nerds is absolute toxicity, and I will not accept debates. You can say why you feel differently, but I'm probably going to just ignore if anyone says very. I'm probably just going to override that. Executive order. Anyways, red shirt.
Oh, Revenge of the Nerds. This is just off the wall toxic. Every bit of this movie is toxic. The dean is toxic. The fraternities are toxic. The sorority girls are toxic. Everybody is. It's and the revenge is great. Spying on the sorority and all the rest of the stuff that they do in the final scenes in the contest between the fraternities. It's wonderful. So yeah, this one is absolutely toxic, no question to me.
And yes, rest in peace, Donald Gibb, who was also in Bloodsport. Agreed. All right, Tom. Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds. Nerds.
Yeah, definitely one of the more toxic films on our list in some ways, although it does have a sweet-natured side to it. I would say very toxic.
So 2 absolutes, 1 very. I might have to override that. We'll see though. 70s.
Oh, I think this is absolutely toxic. I mean, this is probably the feminists' most hated movie of all time, or one of them.
It's a movie that was not on any streaming service.
Luckily, I have a physical copy.
Yeah.
It's just full of it's full of grape and snooping and nudity. Everything sexual you could imagine and misogynistic is thrown in. There's a lot of racial stuff. They threw everything into it, and it's glorious, but it is absolutely toxic.
All right, Mark.
Enough said. I mean, you've got a movie where
I remember
that's my pie.
Where guys go into a sorority with hidden cameras to catch the girls undressing, and no one really had a problem with it back then because it was good-natured college fun, right? But yeah, I mean, this movie's been so canceled so many
it's one of
times
the reasons
over.
it's banned now. Yeah,
yeah.
much.
Don't forget Lamar. Actually, one of my very good friends, his dad worked on this movie. As one of the second unit directors.
You have never told us that, Mark, not once.
Not
ever.
once. I didn't tell you that once. Never. And I never told it ever. But because I'm going to make the same bad lame joke again. Like, do you have any And like, Chris, do you have any pies left from the freaking movie? Like, stop asking me. But how cool would it be to have one of those pies and serve that? Don't serve that at a family meal, but yeah. So it's it's there's no doubt about this one. Like, absolute, yep.
Okay. Well, guys, I knew where to put it, so I put it in the absolute toxicity. All right. Team America World Police. Dude, this movie is somewhere between absolute and very. I mean, the scene with the constant vomiting, the fact that we saw two dolls fuck, the fact that you ever seen a man try to eat his own head off? Well, no. Well, then you haven't seen everything. Line was absolutely insane. And then the pussies, fuck assholes dialogue was on another level. I mean, I'm at very toxic, maybe bordering on absolute. If I get outnumbered to absolute, I won't argue. I will not argue. I'll just be quick on that one. Tom. Okay, Tom's not around. Mark.
Yeah, this movie. Where would I put this? I mean, you got the.
You do this to me every time.
All right, Tom, you can go. Tom, go, Tom.
No, go ahead now, Mark. He just every time. I just went to take a piss.
Yeah, it's like.
All right, you go.
Like, you left your seat. We don't do that.
Doesn't help.
We can hear you through the microphone, Tom. You didn't wash your hands.
Of course not. Do you guys?
Every time. Did you leave the seat up too? You better watch out if a private eye comes home.
I only wash one of them.
Just one. All right, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, so this is a great takeoff on the Jerry Anderson TV shows, Thunderbirds and Super Marionettes, which I loved, and just it was like sacrilege watching this, and the puppets puking. I'm going with absolute on this one, and the puppet sex, and oh my god, this is hardcore puppetry at its finest.
Come on, the puppets crapping on each other. Come on,
yeah. I mean, yeah, RJ, yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it's all of the toxic contained in one space. Yeah.
All right, Tom. Team America World Police.
Definitely in the absolute toxic category.
Okay. Any statements you like to add to contributory, or just is that it?
I mean, it's just got to be one of the most toxic movies we've ever done. I mean, it goes after everybody and everything.
Okay. I like that. All right. I'm committed to your argument. All right. Red shirt, Team America World Police.
This is a movie that was made with marionettes, and they still had to censor it. That tells you how toxic it was, right there.
Exactly.
The puking scene and the marionette sex scene, unbelievable. Everybody gets poked on this one. Everybody gets bent over. There is no lube. This is an absolutely toxic movie.
Lots of splinters.
Dirka.
Yes, it's splinters. Oh man.
All right. 70s, you're the last one up.
It still reminds me of one of the greatest nights of my life that I can recall, where I took my wife and kids, we went to Universal in Florida. This is from the UK, and I still lived there. And we're staying on site. And the first night we were there, we said, well, it's too late to go to the theme park. Well, let's go to the cinema. And we went to see Team America. And four kids were 14 and 16, so they weren't young.
You brought your kids?
Yeah. And it was the funniest night of my life. We were just dying. And there was some students. There was just us and some students in front of us. And we were all laughing together. It was just such fun. It's when
that song. How do we all forget that song, everyone?
Yeah, it was our first night at Universal in Florida, but it was one of the greatest nights ever. We had such good fun.
Did your missus like it?
Oh, my God, yeah. We were pissing ourselves laughing. It's so funny. And having been brought up on the Jerry and Sylvia Anderson stuff, the Thunderbirds and all that, I get it. I get the joke. It's if there was a level beyond absolute, that would be it. But it's absolutely toxic.
Okay. All right, dudes. Major League. I would say this is a fairly toxic movie, but once again, greater picture, comparatively speaking. I would put it either somewhere between either fairly or hardly. And of course, I'll welcome arguments to change my mind up or down. But however, it's a movie filled with a lot of men. However, they're all ruled by a lady in leadership. However, they have a board of when you take strips off that lady, it makes her naked. I think that scene alone or scenes alone does enough for toxicity. And Tom has a photo in his hand. I'm going to whip out. And oh, that is nice. Oh,
I bet he did whip it out as well.
Wow.
Oh, dude. Well, that's in your hands, and you're not being able to wrap it around your hands. Why don't you tell us your toxic score, or sorry, your toxic ranking for Major League?
It gets 3 strikes for striking that motherfucker out.
Oh.
So
what
does that translate to?
Is that fairly, hardly,
It's
very?
a fairly then.
No, we'll soon. Tom means very.
He's
fairly
putting
then.
that. He's putting that away.
Yeah, I had to go put that away.
He's zipping himself back up again.
Yeah, I had to jerk off on it. This is definitely a very toxic film. It's men of men doing their thing. Yeah.
All right. So fairly and very. All right. Red shirt.
I'm going to go with fairly toxic on this. This is guys doing, the crap back and forth, like over the idol, in the locker room, and he taking the rum. A lot of that stuff is just, what guys do. So, other than claiming it's toxic masculinity, obviously the owner, I would disagree. The owner is not toxic. She is a role model for a modern feminist and successful businesswoman. Renee Zellweger, I think it is, who's the love interest. I think she's a little bit more toxic, but that's more just a standard romance. She's not entirely convinced he's for real this time. That he's not gonna disappear back into some barrio in Mexico and get drunk on cheap tequila again. So I would put this at barely.
Okay.
And it's still a great movie.
Hold on.
We got a vote breaker.
$20 Rumble Rat for the tiebreaker to move Grandma's Boy up. I discovered this show because of that episode. I gotta support my boys covered in Dante, drugs, today's, and gamer humor. Happy anniversary, Toxic Tuesday. $20 Rumble Rant. Well, ask and you shall receive. I slid it up. There you go. You have earned that successful bribe. That is great. Hey, dude, bro, I said the minimum is 15 for moves up. That's the minimum. Anything beyond that is up to you. So if you do at the minimum 15, I will move it up. I will move it up. So, like I said, it's got to be a successful bribe as he contemplating. Okay, so we have fairly, very, and hardly. And who did I miss? 70s?
Well, I guess in one way you could look at it and say the very fact that the name of the team is the Indians in the movie is probably enough to make it radioactive today.
I'm going to change mine now to fairly. So that's 2 fairlies.
But otherwise, I think it's only in the fairly toxic range.
Okay. So fairly, very. Mark?
Yeah, I'd go with the fairly. And of course, that clip is a classic.
Yeah,
that the great Bob Uecker. So fairly.
Okay, guys. So
more Rumble Rants.
Oh, did we get another?
You did.
Oh, TZ burn for $25. Woo! He says to 5 years of Toxic Tuesday. Sorry about the Bears. Hey, guess what? I'm not sorry. I am. I'm not. I'm really not. Illinois needed to have a hard lesson of tough love. And I said they will still blame the Bears and not our government. And guess what they're doing? They're blaming the government. Anyways, continuing on. Your comment says, I have left a lot of Tuesdays watching movies with you guys. Move Team America to the top. Oh, it's on the top, brother. It's on the. You know what? I'll do an extra number for you. It's already on the top. We'll put it right there. It's one of the most toxic movies of all time. Out of extra generosity for you, dude. Thank you for that 25. That is amazing.
I don't know how it didn't wind up in absolute, but yeah.
No, it was already absolute. I just moved it up to the very end. I just moved up to the left of the list.
Apex. You put it on a plinth.
Yeah, a plinth. God. Ah!
Stop using foreign words on this show.
Punisher.
The plinths were an invention of the Greeks. You know that they would be. Christopher Nolan probably has put them black plinths in his movie. Let's go back.
Punisher Warzone. I'm going to go with very toxic because of non-stop brutality and kills. This is a man movie made for men, ironically directed by a woman, but it's like she understood what men wanted, and she gave it to us men. She gave it to the men. So credit where it's due. And this movie was a Toxic Tuesday doing the 3 Punisher movies, Dolph Lundgren, Thomas Jane, and our guest for this one was none other than the Rageaholic himself, Razor Fist. So that was a fun episode as well. Thank you, Mr. Fist, for that episode and that good time. I'm going to go with very toxic, and the only reason why I'm not going absolute is because of the competition. So, just under the red shirt.
Yep, I'm with you. In context of this tier list, I would say that this is very toxic, but not absolute.
Okay. Well then. So 2 very varies. 70s.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant movie. Of course, I absolutely love this movie, but I'm not convinced of its massive toxicness. Other than the fact that it obviously features a very manly man in the lead
Killing
role.
the shit out of bad guy. Dude,
Killing
the opening
bad guys.
scene with Jigsaw being put through the glass.
It's a tough one. I'd say okay. Yeah, it's very toxic.
Okay.
I'll settle for very. I think I was tempted to go between fairly and very, but it'll be very, I think.
All right. Mark.
Yeah, it's a tough one here. You're always in between here, but I guess I go with the fairly. Yeah, the opening scene's pretty brutal, but it's definitely not hardly. But I think it's according to the competition. I go with fair. I go with fairly.
Okay. I like that. Okay. Awesome. Okay. Don't mind me. Okay. So say that again, Mark. Very or fairly?
I would vote for fairly. You're keeping track of you. You're the CPA tonight, right? You're track.
You are the fairly. Tom.
I'm gonna go with very.
Ooh, okay. That's
I guess anything that has an effective vigilante theme, as we like to see them done, is always going to be probably at least very.
Agreed. Okay, the next one, and this is tough, and it was, to be fair, you could do a whole category on how toxic all the bonds are. So Mark, with his genius, helped me decide to just narrow it down to one. and we chose Goldfinger. So I'm gonna say for Goldfinger, I'm gonna actually go absolute toxicity.
Wrong
Anyone
one.
who says it's less to me hasn't watched the movie and is not a serious human being. Mark.
Yeah, well, God, I mean, just the stuff that happens in Goldfinger. I mean, now who's the the woman that gets gold bricked, or how would you describe?
Yeah, she was painted in gold.
Painted in gold, Goldfingered.
What's her name?
What was her name in the movie? I'm trying to remember.
Jill,
But
yeah, the actress was Jill Masterson. But I
and
can't
didn't
remember.
she get into trouble like with the makeup on this movie? Didn't like they had problem with in actual real life with the.
Well, they had to leave it some little circles of non-painted on her body because otherwise she would have died.
Suffocated, right? Yeah. Well,
Yes,
of course, this is the one where you got Connery as Bond. He's slapping ladies around. So they're always saying this is the most toxic Bond because yeah. And then there's also the and also
that's right.
the barns. Yeah, the barn
He
scene.
turns her straight.
Yeah. The Bond, the
Pussy
barn.
galore.
Somebody get in trouble laughing with Pussy galore. Right, and then he basically forces himself on her. I should not be laughing at this. I'm in trouble, right? Yeah, well, because the manliness of Bond. So, I mean, I guess this is almost it's an almost absolute. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with absolute.
Absolutely canceled.
I'm going to confession 20 times this weekend, right?
Absolute.
Once in a while, you got to smack a bitch.
Yeah, and the name of the girl, Pussy Galore. I mean, how did that get
Straight out of line. It's like she was asking for it.
And this was the one of the most classic Toxic Tuesday episodes because I freaking did the wrong movie. The name of the Golden Gun. And so I'm trying to do the slideshow as we go.
That episode.
I mean, I'm losing it, I think, but yeah, I'm like, and I'm starting the slideshow, and Nick's like, "No, we're doing Goldfinger."
I mean, he sleeps with so many women, and usually after he's just met them,
he
doesn't waste time.
Hold on. Saying he slept with them is watering it down. He fucked a lot of bitches in this movie.
Well, if you want to put it that way,
true.
We're gonna call it straight, narrow, and dirty. He fucked a lot of bitches.
And the penis, my dear. I'll take the penis, my dear.
Yeah, because when we were trying to figure out which one was the most toxic, I asked the AI, and they said feminists hated this movie the most. So Nick and I immediately were like, "All right, this gets a thumbs up over the other movies, then, just for that."
Yep. All right. Tom, you're not a Bond guy, so I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I have seen this one, so I mean, I would say it's very toxic, if not absolute.
Okay, fair enough.
Whatever one tips it.
Oh,
just the tip.
Red shirt.
Oh, okay. Dr. No was a prototype for Bond. They didn't have everything yet. This is the movie that where Bond as a series grew up and got the girl. All of the girls. And they're not women, they're girls to Bond. This movie is so misogynistic. It's not just toxic masculinity. He's out there after them. Just as eagerly as he's out to get Auric Goldfinger and stop his plans. I love the point. Yes, he converts a lesbian. That's almost as good as converting a vegan with bacon. But this is. I agree. I am not surprised that an AI said this is the movie most hated by feminists because this just goes out of its way to piss off the feminists. So I've got to put this. This is what started the whole Bonds thing. This is why Barbara Broccoli had to tone it down, turn it into something else, make it a more gentle, more sensitive Bond in the last movies. This is absolutely toxic.
Okay. 70s?
I think I'll put this in very toxic. I think mainly because of the just pure swaggering alpha male misogyny of the whole thing. So,
well,
it's peak Bond. It's very much a man. He's got a lot of chest hair as well.
Absolute, it is.
We're getting a lot of absolutes there, but Nick, you did a good job with the list. So
it's not that much.
Well, it's Toxic Tuesday. You would expect a lot of toxic movies.
Yeah. 5 years of movie highlights too. Yeah.
In 5 years of movies, we could have done 32 of nothing but absolutely toxic.
We really
Right.
did. I needed to make this a little challenge. This did need to be a challenge. All right. Well, I got another one. And by the way, thank you for subscribing, Hanafi Den. Thank you. Appreciate it. Scarface. I mean, we just did this a few weeks ago for toxicity, and boy, was this movie a strong reminder of absolute toxicity. This is the American dream toxified. This movie is freaking it. He didn't even care about the lady. He just needed a lady just to say that, hey, look at me. I got this lady. She was there for presentation, nothing else. He was all about succeeding his own way on his own terms, doing whatever the fuck he wanted. A Cuban coming to America, political prisoner. Scarface is a wild ass movie. And going back and watch it for the first time in a few years was a strong reminder of why this was absolute toxicity. A man has two things: his balls and his word. He probably said in another reverse order. But you get the damn point. So, and that line, thank you, Love and Alpha. This is paradise.
You want to know I got this scar? I got this scar from eating pussy, man.
This is paradise. I'm telling you. This sounds like a great big push you.
I was so upset I missed this Toxic Tuesday because Scarface is one of my favorites, but it's definitely an absolute toxic film.
This
man is so possessive, he won't even let anybody fuck his own sister.
Yeah, dude, that's toxic too.
Unless it's him.
No.
Exactly. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, this motherfucker is just so possessive and toxic that, yeah.
So I guess that's 2 for absolutes. All right. 70s.
It's absolutely drenched in toxicity. So there's not much more to be said that hasn't been said already. It's absolutely toxic.
All right. That's 3 absolutes. All right, Mark.
I don't know if my vote's going to count like some places that I won't name here because we get in trouble on
3 a.m. ballot dump.
Yeah, we can get in trouble with. Yeah. But I mean, it's I would vote very, but I live with absolute. Yeah. Say hello to my little friend. I mean, what's redeeming about Scarface, right? Like, not much. So
what redemption?
Yeah, nothing. So yeah, all right. So I'll go with the crowd. Absolute. Yep.
All right. Red shirt.
Yeah. This I got another point to make for this. On how toxic this is. This is loosely based on true events. There was a Mario boat lift, and Castro did dump his criminal prisoners in with the political prisoners and send them all to the United States. Now, what that's done in the Cuban community, which I'm a little bit familiar with, I have a foster sister in Miami who came over from Cuba. That they don't ask, are you a Marielito? Because that can go one of two ways. So to keep it from being an aggressive question, they ask, when did you come to the United States? And if the answer is in the years of the Mario boat, the year of the Mario boat lift, they will keep an eye on that person. They will do some digging into their background. They won't trust them automatically at first. They have to find out what kind of person they are before they make a judgment about them. It's to this day this whole story casts that kind of a shadow over an entire immigrant community in the United States. That's the level of toxicity we're talking about here. The movie then just goes on to show. I like your formulation. This is the American dream toxified.
Thank
This is
you.
the toxic version
I
of
came
it.
up with that statement right on the spot right here. So that was
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, because how many of the
Tom?
Hello.
I was gonna let Redshirt was
You were
gonna.
echoing, Tom.
No, I'm done. Go ahead.
All right, Tom.
I was just gonna say, how many like movies about like characters like this can you actually semi-root for, and yet they're that despicable?
Right.
Like, I mean, there's not many movies about this unlikable of people where you actually by the end you're kind of like you still kind of like them, you know, in a weird way.
Yeah,
And I think that boils down
gotta
mostly
be.
to Pacino, but yeah.
Well, yeah, and if I had to pick a movie maker who makes movies that you could describe that way, it would be Quentin Tarantino in certain ones of his movies.
Oh yeah, very much so. And well, he gets a lot of that from De Palma. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Well, dudes, I think we're at absolute toxic. Did I miss anyone? Or are we good?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if I recall, I think it was Red Shirt who voted on Rocky 4 since he's a channel member. Was it you, Red Shirt?
I think so. Yeah.
4 over 3?
That's what I said, but because
Yes.
he's a paying channel member, I put it those because if you're up to me, I would have put 3, but I'm like, he's a paying channel member. He earned his way. I want to hear this argument. So, Red Shirt, you literally voted for this. Let's hear your argument.
Okay. Well, as Mark said, 4 is about, really is events that took place. It's just not necessarily written into the movie literally, case by case. 3 is a bit more over the top, and they did that. I mean, it was we were coming down off of 2 with all of the things blowing up, and I don't think they'd quite made it yet. The 4 is just a cold-blooded execution. He doesn't want to fight at first. He's a reluctant hero. He's found a place where he could just live out his life and not be a hero anymore. There's more story to it. There's a very interesting backstory for Rambo in 4 that you don't get. I don't think you get in 3. But when he's pushed to that final breaking point, that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. All hell breaks loose, very literally. And I just thought that the third act, I like the third act better on Rambo 4. And I liked they played in archetypes, but they didn't make fun of them. You have the idealistic missionaries, you have the really cynical mercenaries, and in the midst of all of this insanity, you have a rock in Rambo who is he's found his place, and he's being pried loose by everybody around him to force him to do something he doesn't want to do. And in the end, the woman and the female in the group of missionaries is what is the straw that breaks the camel's back. So I thought that the story was better. It's not just go in and let's blow up everybody, which is fun, for what it is. But to have 4 follow that and add all that extra story to it, and still, basically blow people away with a 50 caliber machine gun, and people who really, you're rooting for every Burmese soldier who gets splatted by that 50. For them to be gone and in pieces, preferably, which they do. And I just thought it had a more satisfying ending. So that, for me, to compare the 2 movies, they're both toxic, but I liked 4 better than 3. That's why I voted that way.
Okay. You really thought this argument out. I respect that. I don't think I agree with it, but I respect that you had a point to your argument.
You're full of shit, but I respect the fact. I respect the fact that you could be that full of shit and not leak.
I respect it. I really do. I think I would go fairly toxic, because he's avenging not Adrian, but Apollo. He's avenging the man he spent the most time with.
Wait a minute. Am I deaf?
The man he
Am I
loved.
deaf? Did I hear?
He needed to avenge
Wait a minute.
the man he
Yeah,
loved.
you heard Rambo, and he was talking Rocky.
I heard Rambo.
Yeah, he was talking Rambo.
Fuck that.
But it was still a
screw
very
everything
good
I just
explanation.
said.
Well, I love that.
It was the
That's
wrong
what's
Still
one
a
of my
great
favorite Rambo.
explanation.
So what's the
shit.
movie what's the movie reviewing now? We're reviewing
Rocky 4 because he voted for Rocky 4.
Here we go. All right, so I was putting the banner up.
Oh,
'cause,
Jesus Christ.
I would say this movie is not
Oh,
that
man.
toxic because Rocky ends the Cold War single-handedly.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
He brings peace.
I would
Yeah,
only
he
put it
does.
under fairly because it was only avenging the man he loved. That's it. Other than that,
I've got to take my dose of humble pie here, eat some crow, and say no. This movie is only fairly toxic, and that's part of the reason it makes it to fairly.
That's why I was like, why aren't we doing part 3? 3's the one with the boy. I'm gonna take your wife home and fuck the shit out of her.
That's I only didn't put in 3 because I had the vote of 4 put in. That was why. Otherwise, if it were up to me solely, I would have put in 3.
Yeah,
But
I
it
can
is.
agree with that. That was a miscommunication. That's my fault.
It's okay. We all learn from our mistakes.
It was a great explanation though. So it was
Mark.
if he dies, he dies, right? So
Go ahead and go, Mark.
yeah. So I mean, in the movie theater, this was just such a great night out in the movie theater. With my dad, and I'm gonna go with hardly toxic, right? I mean, other than of course, the tragic death in the beginning of Apollo Creed, but even Ivan Drago is not toxic.
Throw the damn
man.
towel.
It's just the
Ivan
Soviet Union that's
Drago.
toxic, right? Because he changes in the end, right? So
He dies.
I mean, yeah, that's
Throw
his
the
most
towel,
toxic thing.
man.
It was about avenging the man he loved.
Yeah. So
Very
I think
romantic
that,
story.
I think if John Rambo had appeared in this movie with a 50 caliber and killed everyone in the stadium, it would have started a nuclear war. But thank God it was Rocky there who said, "If I can change, you can change, and we all can change." So, which is a great sentiment.
That's all it took.
Has anyone got any change?
Yeah.
And
He
so I'm going with hardly toxic.
Hardly, fairly, and fairly. Okay, Tom.
Yeah. If this was 3 or 5, maybe, but I'm gonna have to go with a lenient fairly to hardly toxic when it comes to Rocky 4 because, yeah, I mean, outside of the romantic, love story that's in it. Yeah, let's go with fairly.
Okay. 70s.
I don't think it's hugely toxic. I think fairly toxic would be enough. It's quite wholesome, really. It's a very wholesome movie.
It is wholesome.
It makes you want to work out.
All right. Rob Reiner, R.I.P. The Sure Thing. I would put this under very or fairly. I'm not going to say anything about it. I want you guys to make the arguments. Mark, you voted for this quite literally. So you're going to make the lead argument.
Yeah, the lead argument on the Sure Thing. I mean, all right, well, starting off, the whole point of the movie is the guy's got to travel cross country to get laid with a sure thing. And just really, I saw this, in high school. So it maybe coming of age movie. And I got to meet Daphne Zouanga, and she's like, "Who's this weird guy keeping asking him about a sure thing instead of Spaceballs?" But she was wonderful, and she put up with me. This movie just speaks to me, and it starts out. It can't be absolute, and it can't be fairly. So I'm going to say very because it starts off. Is just extreme toxicity. The truck driver at the end. I've never had a sure thing in my life, and you pay for all the speeding tickets, I'll get you there so you can get laid. And in the end, he chooses, true love. Rest R.I.P. Rob Reiner. Just can't believe he's gone so young and so tragically. And of course, Nick's your buddy. Nick's your pal. Nick's the guy who doesn't mind if he pukes in your car. Nick will buy you a pizza. So of course, John Cusack's going off the rail, but I love that. I love that line. Do we have that line in here to play? But
now John can't even afford to buy a pizza.
No, John can't. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick. Nick's a real name. Kind of guy you can drink a beer with. Kind of guy who doesn't mind if you puke in his car. Nick.
Right, and then of course my favorite scene in the movie here. What a fantasy this is.
Sleep a while. Regain my strength. 5 minutes. A grace period, if you will.
Please.
A grace period, if you will.
A
So
grace
I'm voting
period.
for, and I use that line all the time, and no one knows what the fuck I'm saying. So I'm gonna go with very on this one.
Okay.
And if it doesn't have been very, I'm gonna have to put in a super chat.
Oh, I'm under Harley, and then Mark's under.
What is
Barry.
it? $15? Yeah.
Yeah. So 70s. Slide
See, I'm
in.
going to have to differ radically from Mark because I think this is
no.
almost the first one that would end up in why. Because
Oh.
it's a warm romantic comedy. I mean, there's nothing really at the end. Yeah, it might start out as a horny guy on a quest or whatever, but it doesn't really work out that way. It's kind of sweet and funny and heartwarming. Really, there's no.
What about the gigantic scoops of flesh?
Well, we've all got those. It's okay. I mean, it's got a little bit of objectification, but no. It's played very, very lightly and heartwarmingly. I think. I really want to put it in why.
That is a great line. That is a toxic line. I will admit that.
I would
Maybe
like
okay.
to
That
say-
puts. I will bump it up.
But you could use that line now, and you would get away with it in a movie. It's not.
Yeah, but
that
they won't.
toxic.
You get slapped
because you don't know. Nowadays, you need specific
Well,
context.
I am going to be the curmudgeon and say why.
Okay.
Go Rangers.
Why Hardly and Very? All right. With Mark's argument, if he ends up super channel, I'll probably stick it at Very. But red shirt.
If this movie's toxic, then every 17-year-old today is toxic because this is a high school male fantasy put in a movie. But
Well,
as
yeah,
has been noted,
duh.
I mean,
I don't know if high school
Yeah.
males act like this anymore, though. I don't know if they're allowed
in
to.
the end, yeah, but in the end, he doesn't go with the fantasy. He goes with the girl, the nerdy girl that she's real, as opposed to some ideal in his head.
Well,
And
real women
that's,
are
I mean,
are
that's
better than made up women. So
And don't
Yeah,
forget,
I mean-
Lance accused him of being gay, right?
oh yeah,
Come on.
And then the scene with all the
Well,
women.
you know.
Lance
partying
told me
at
I'm
the
gay.
bar, all
Excuse
getting
me.
their
Wait a
shirts
minute.
off.
Like,
Okay, I'm moving up from why from Hardly to Fairly. So one why, one Fairly, one Very, because that scene early on in the movie is very toxic. Go on, red shirt.
all right. I'm just gonna screw this whole thing up. I'm gonna say this is barely toxic.
So Hardly then. Okay, fair enough. Ooh boy,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Tom.
Hardly.
It's been so long since I've seen this movie. I don't remember enough of it to. I mean, I remember it, but I don't remember enough of it to kind of lean one way or the other. So I'm just going to go with fairly toxic in the middle, just to be fair. Otherwise, you can just not count my vote.
Okay. Rob, yeah, no. Once again, this was a Mark gave the C vote. He is a channel member, so otherwise, yeah, if it were up to me, I would have probably put that personally. But I was trying to let channel members actually have a say. I thought that was a fair thing to do. So we'll go with Fairly. We'll go with Fairly unless
It's just been so long since I've seen it.
Yeah, it's all good. What's up, Mars Monkey Max? Long time no see, buddy. Great to see you here. All right, Dirty Harry. Ooh. This is tough. I think I'm gonna go very, only because of everything else it's going up against. If you're in any other league, I'd say it would be absolute, but this has competition like Scarface, Goldfinger, Tropic Thunder, Revenge of the Nerds, Crank as competition. At the time, it was probably the most toxic movie ever. I'm going to go with very for Dirty Harry. So what about you, say, just another red shirt?
I'm torn. I mean, I'd love to say that because I know how this movie was received when it came out, and that reception has not improved over the years. It's still considered a toxic movie. But I agree with you that particularly things that came after, that this goes under very toxic. I can't quite give it absolutely toxic because of all the other things that have superseded it or used it as a model and did it well. So that it's good. It's not. It was an early example of a really toxic movie, but I don't think it qualifies as absolutely now.
I think, if we were talking about at that year, at that point in time, it would have been probably the number one of the absolute. But
I don't know. I disagree because if you showed this movie to a modern audience now, I'd still think they'd freak out just as bad as before, if not worse. Actually,
I don't disagree with that.
I think they would call it even more racist than they did then, and more problematic than they did then. To be honest with you, I could be wrong, but.
Okay,
but I still think we can find, Tom. I still think we can find movies that are elsewhere and in the history of movies, especially since then, that they wouldn't even consider watching it. They would go, "Oh, I was told about that movie. I don't want to watch it." That would be the reaction to an absolutely toxic movie that had come out early on. They wouldn't want to revisit it. That was already decided. And I've seen that in action. Life of Brian. I got a relative who's that attitude has that attitude towards Life of Brian, and she's never even seen the movie.
All right.
Yeah, she's preconditioned to not watch it.
Yeah. You got the faces. I love this. No, there's a lot of good arguments of why I can see absolutely. I'm not going to fight to argue against it, but I'm still sticking by very. But I will bend towards absolute. So before we carry on, Southern Belle, how you doing? Nice to see you here. And our chat says for $5, happy Toxic Tuesday anniversary. Thank you, Southern Belle. Appreciate that. And Jonathan 93 Maga said very for Harry. I like that. Very for Harry. Thank you, Southern Belle, for that. And then Mark D with a C says a sure thing. No questions asked. No strings attached, no guilt involved, a sure thing for $15.
Bribery at its best.
Your bribery is absolutely accepted.
There we go. I can't be in a panel where the shirt thing isn't rated at least very toxic, because Daphne and Zwinga would probably be mad at me. So when I see her at Comic-Con next time, so. And I love being able to bribe the vote here. It's just like the real world.
Well, thank you, Mark and Southern. I appreciate it. Hello, Emily.
Thank you to Hillary Clinton.
Mark, why don't you do your Dirty Harry ranking?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm so close. I mean, do I put mustard on my hot dog or ketchup? Probably very toxic, right? I mean, especially today. Well, absolute. Like, I mean, they don't even bother locking people up after they attack people like 30 or 40 times today. So at least back then, maybe he went to prison and Dirty Harry's taking him out. But yeah, what a toxic villain is in this first. What was the actor's name from Star Trek?
Really though, I mean, if you look at some of the folks that get away with as much as they do, I mean, I know today is a bad example, but
yeah. Well, back in the 70s too, we had the turn 'em loose Bruces and stuff. But yeah, so crime was rampant. But I think it'd be even more shocking today. Look what happened to Daniel Perry on the New York subway. So, But
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
probably
but the thing
absolute.
is, that Harry is a reaction to a police department that is okay with protecting the protecting the criminal's rights at the expense of the victim's rights, which is what we're complaining about today.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
in that regard, for law enforcement, I could maybe probably any number of criminal judges who would look at the Dirty Harry and go, "Yeah, if they just fired that asshole Harry, everything would have been fine."
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and the Scorpio Killer, God, what a creep! What was the actor's name? Forgetting the actor, but he's great in that from Star Trek.
Oh, I know you're talking about, but I don't know the
Yeah,
name.
yeah, I'm forgetting the name because I'm it's late and I'm old, but yeah, I'd go with freaking Clint Eastwood, absolute on this one. But I could live with Very though.
Okay. It's absolutely toxic. He says, okay, I see. Yeah, RJ Genzels count. All right. Who did not go? 70s. Go.
So as Richard, I think, said, even back in the day, Dirty Harry would have been seen as one of the most toxic things ever made. I mean, even at the time, it was lambasted by all the wrong people. And it is indeed an exceptionally toxic movie, if you think about it. It's the language of the time. There's a lot of racism and bigotry, but just not meaning it in a pejorative way. Just that's the way people talked. Brutal, unflinching violence, torture, tons of misogyny. Just Clint himself and the character of Harry Callahan is just unyieldingly merciless towards bad guys. But the thing that would probably stop it from being absolutely toxic is the villain is such an evil fucking little shit that he deserves exactly what he's gonna get.
Oh, he does.
And he has to be stopped. So, and it's a serious movie in that sense. It's not meant like Crank to be over the top shot, joke shock fest. So I think I'll stop at very toxic, although it could very easily have been absolutely toxic.
Okay, excellent.
They just plinth themselves. That's right.
They just plinth themselves. All right, Tom.
Which one are we on?
Dirty Harry.
Dirty Harry still? I thought I already answered that one.
Oh, I thought you didn't. Okay. Did I get everyone? I think so.
Yeah, I went with very toxic, I think.
Okay, well then, very toxic is. Not only will I do it under very, I'll put it number 1 at very, just to be generous to those who were all in on absolute. So it teeters, guys. It teeters. It's just at the tip, just to satisfy you men. Okay, just at the tip. All right, dudes. Bachelor party. Ooh, let's do bachelor party. I'm gonna go with very toxic, and the only obvious reason is because of what is even more toxic. But there are some scenes, man. The dudes in the Speedos, Nick the Dick, the bun. I mean, and of course, they're all at their ladies. They're all horn dogs. Literally. It's pretty great. It is a very toxic movie. I'm gonna go with very. I'm gonna go with very, very, very. But it ain't absolute because you factor in the competition and it's like, okay, you're a toxic movie, but you can't beat these movies. So it's very homoerotic. Oh, it is so very homoerotic. All right, Tom, bachelor party.
This one's up there in the very toxic to absolute toxic range between everything that's in it. So, since very toxic is looking a little light right now, let's go very toxic.
Okay. That 70s rock fan.
Oh, I think you just put a BRB in the.
All right, Mark, and it's on you. Slide in.
It's on to me. Well, gentlemen, start your boners. That's a very toxic movie, right?
That line.
So, do we still have that on the media assets here? I can't remember, but
I can't.
as I was
I gotta go through more of them.
But as I was going through, making the videos, a couple, clips that didn't make it, or especially, we're doing the song. yeah, so that gentlemen start your boners. I was looking at all the clips from Bachelor Party, and I mean, does Tom Hanks disown this movie now, or what is he? What is
I
Tom
don't
Hanks?
know. I haven't heard him speak
Yeah,
about this movie at all.
yeah, but
For
there's all the
better or
Catholic
worse.
joke, all the Catholic jokes in this movie, and then I mean, well, that was the one we had with Matt, or I did the video with Matt dancing, and yeah, it's just the whole part of this movie. Then you've got the donkey in the end, right? The scene with the freaking donkey. So
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, so it's pretty up out there. So I'm gonna go with very very toxic. I'm gonna agree with Tom, and you know, that it's got some classic clips and got Tom Hanks, you know, from going from like this movie to becoming one of the most, you know, celebrated actors. It's just hysterical.
And his lifelong friends.
You got a line like that, it's got to land in very right.
If I recall, thank you, Mark. By the way, I think Redshirt didn't partake in Bachelor Party.
No, I
Let
missed
me
this one.
check.
He dissed this one, so I guess
I already
down
did.
as that.
Yeah, Nick, Mark, Dustin, and Bruce.
All right. 70s. All right,
Is he
70s
back?
still gone. Executive order. Very. He's not back, so we'll put in the very.
We'll
So
see what he
guys,
votes,
it's gonna
but
get
yeah.
tense here. It's gonna get really tense. Roadhouse. Patrick
Oh.
Swayze. I mean, dude.
How can this be toxic when his number one rule is to be nice?
That's the irony of it all, because it always comes down to the same fucking conclusion. Fight. It's so funny how it shouldn't be, but it is. It's so simple, but it's the best time. It is a man's movie. It's when the boys get there and say, hey, what should we watch? Roadhouse. Fucking Roadhouse. It is a testosterone.
One of the most rewatched movies on cable.
As
It is, yeah.
should be. It is a testosterone festival of a movie. I'm committing. I'm going to go all the way in, like without a condom and everything. I'm going to go absolutely toxic. I won't object if people say very, but if it's anything less, I think I might have to sue somebody and call you a January 6th Fed. Red Shirt.
This is a movie that even guys for whom it's made call a guilty pleasure to watch. Yes, it's he wants you to be nice. The problem is the time to not be nice always arrives. And it's got, you know, it has a romance, but it's only on his terms.
Yep.
It is 100% on his terms.
The man makes the rules.
Yep. She is appalled by some of the things he does, and he's just like, live with it. You know, deal with it. So, you know, between the violence, his attitude towards women, the villain, and the whole situation in the town, the fact that we get Sam Elliott coming in, and you know, until the end when he gets finally, they get him from behind with a knife. My favorite line in the movie is in the fight behind the stock room, where they're arguing over whether the alcohol is going to be loaded into the stock room. We saw the clip of it. He punches a guy in the nuts, and then he kicks him in the knee, and the knee folds, and he goes, "Hurts, don't it?"
Oh,
I clipped that for our video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dude,
So yeah, I put this at absolutely toxic.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Absolute toxicity. All right. 70s.
Yeah. I don't know if it's really all that toxic. In that sense. I think it's fun and kind of entertaining, and there's a lot
It's
of
a man's
machismo
movie,
in it,
dude.
but
where men rule.
I don't know if that makes it like right up there with Scarface. I could only go as far as fairly toxic.
Not even very.
Not even
Wow.
very. No, I mean it's okay. So it's got
You had
some
to- you had
so it's
to
got
be
some
a-
violence in it, but so did 10 million other movies. You know.
Yeah, but
Not saying it's not a great
man's
movie.
Men make the rules. It's a movie filled with lots of men in it.
Pain don't hurt.
That's the way it should be. That's the way the world should be.
You
No,
must-
I'm sorry.
you must
I
have
don't think
come
it's
from-
looking at the
Okay.
competition. I just don't think it's as toxic as many of those. It's still a great movie. But
That's interesting. Okay, you must be a Canadian January 6th Fed. I forgive it.
opinions,
Mark.
eh? Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them.
Oh, I know. Mark,
as long
go
as you don't
ahead.
have, as long as you don't have two. Yeah, I mean, I could live with very toxic, but I think this is absolute toxic. I mean, you got you got the Gage and DeSoto, my favorite paramedics on Emergency. You got Roy DeSoto as a badass with a shotgun. I was in the clip in the opening, blowing the bad guy out into the table. Like when everyone turns the tables, and yeah, just the cast. You got the world's hottest doctor in this movie. I mean, who wouldn't want to get shot up or get stitches, right? So and yeah, the three rules of Patrick Swayze. It's just like this movie has like its own genre of rules, like checking the people when you come in. Like it's like this is a war zone in this movie. So I'd go with absolute, because just the coolers and just Patrick Swayze is just a badass in this movie, and it's just so much fun. I mean, just Sam Elliott, yeah, that kick in the balls is awesome. And you got Jeff Healey, great singer, the blind singer in this movie.
That
so
lied.
yeah,
Right.
so
Hello and Alpha just validated the case.
yeah, so it's just I'd go with absolute. Yeah, it takes the energy right out of you. Yeah. Oh man. Canceled. Yep. So I'd go with absolute.
All right, Tom.
Which one are we doing? Roadhouse still?
Yep.
Oh, I already gave mine. Fairly.
So absolute, very fairly, and fairly.
Two fairlies.
So okay, we're gonna go very.
Okay, makes it the I could
All right,
live with
so-
that. I won't give it a roundhouse kick.
That is the one that is the meat between the buns. Okay, cool. So we got 9 movies left. 9 movies.
Does anyone need a pizza break?
I'm good. I'm all in, bro. I ain't done. Bad Santa. To me, this
Bad
should be
Santa.
absolute. But if I get overruled, I'm going to seriously, like, I can't say I'll call the FBI, because the FBI will probably just end up arresting me for accusing you guys. So I'll just say you're gay. So Bad Santa, absolute toxicity. If you don't know the movie, you're wrong. So Tom, Bad Santa.
Oh, that's definitely on the absolute. That's 100 proof toxic.
100 proof toxic. Okay, we're going somewhere. 70s. Also, by the way, before 70s goes on, this was one of our most toxic streams ever. Like, not just the movie itself, but the panel itself. That was vulgarity and bullshit on another level for that movie. Carry on, 70s.
It's absolutely toxic.
Absolutely
in
toxic.
every way known to humankind.
I think Mark had to go to confession after that stream, if I remember.
Yeah, that's true.
Go
I'm
ahead
looking
and
at
go
the
on
clips
about
we
it,
had from
Mark.
this one.
And he's not even Catholic.
I used to be Catholic.
It's your time to score, Mark. Go ahead and score.
My score. I'm looking at the clips from this movie. I had like a gazillion clips from this one. I'm trying to pick the worst one, but this is absolute. I mean, just yeah. I mean, I mean,
Don't
just
cut Mark short.
don't cut Mark short. Yeah, I mean, just absolute toxicity in this movie, and Billy Bob Thornton. Oh man, he's just so great. And there's a great heart at the end too with this, with the kid, and it ends up, there is a little, he's like the Grinch. He's like a live action Grinch here. But oh man, I couldn't believe how good this is. The Pope kicked Mark out of that stream. It's just
Before you do something stupid, you may want to think about this shit. What are you talking about? I'm talking about firing a little black midget, colored African American small person. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your face all over goddamn USA Today is what I'm talking about.
Rest in
I'm
peace,
talking
John
about
Ritter.
150
You
of
will
these
be
little
missed.
motherfuckers all over the sidewalk out there. That's what I'm talking.
Indeed.
yeah.
Damn,
John
I miss
Ritter,
John
so good.
Ritter.
Fucking
I love
comic
John Ritter.
genius.
I'm watching
Agreed.
Three's Company again right now, rewatching the whole show. Oh man, and that's a toxic show too. God.
People
This
forgot
is
how
absolute.
big problem. There's one we haven't done on Toxic 2. Why have we not done Problem Child yet?
We
Oh,
will.
that's a good
we
one.
will.
How can we
will.
not have done Problem Child? This is the most toxic kid in the world.
We will do Problem Child. We're gonna get it in there. Don't you worry.
Shit, Problem Child 2 is almost more toxic. No, we're doubling down on this shit.
All right. So we're all toxic. Red shirt.
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract.
No, you're
everybody.
good. You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's this movie just sets out to be toxic. I mean, the bad Santa.
Yeah, it owns it.
Unredeeming qualities. Yeah, and the whole thing with the elf and and John Ritter scene that we just saw there. I'd call this absolutely toxic. This is, I think, one of the more toxic movies we ever did.
Oh God, yeah, it was definitely one of our most toxic streams ever too. Like that show's on another level.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That was probably the most vulgar I was on a stream in a long time. Was the bad Santa one? It was diabolically huge. Okay, Invasion USA. I'm gonna go with a very on this. The only reason why it doesn't get absolute for me is because there's just stuff that came before and after that just even more so. But boy, is it a movie that people don't want to this day? Yeah. Is it a movie that some people try to cancel? Yeah. Is it got tons of Chuck Norris badassery, testosterone, and action genes? Yeah. So I'm gonna say very toxic, but I'm not going to argue with people if they say absolute. So, I will say red shirt, Invasion USA.
Yep, I'm with you 100% on this. I think it's very toxic. The action genes were a nice touch.
Oh my God, right?
The ad, but yeah, I think there's more toxic movies elsewhere. This is a good, yeah, the Chuck toxic, a tier above absolute. Yes.
Remember, guys,
Yeah.
I do accept bribes. Bribes are there is a minimum, but
but
I'll put that as a no.
even for Chuck. I think Chuck was trying to make a nice movie here, in some ways for him, but yeah, I'd say it's very toxic.
Okay, awesome. Well then, Mark.
Well, this is absolute because this movie almost killed me. If anyone ever asked you to drink a fifth of vodka on a dare, Colleen, I love you, but you almost, I could say you almost killed me. Yeah, so the room started, I started yelling at everyone, stop spinning the room, guys, stop spinning the room. Right about the time when everyone was invading the mall there. So I did finally watch this movie 30 plus years later. I finally finished it, and damn, it is toxic. And it's not like Chuck is one-on-one. He's like almost like a Merc taking on all these drug dealers that are invading USA. So I think people kind of made fun of the title a little bit, but man, he kicks ass and takes names in this movie. And God, we miss Chuck Norris. So he's up there watching us. But yeah, this has got to be an absolute, man. What a movie. Whew.
I can at least say my buddy Juggalo Deathcock, who was in the chat earlier, he was the one who let me know because we were both in Texas, funny enough, where Chuck Norris is from, when I got the news. I remember I got out of the shower. We were getting ready to go to Whataburger. I came out, and then he's like, I got to tell you, son. And then he told me what happened. I was like, okay. I said we're going to hold off on morning drinking for another hour or two. We're getting straight to morning drinking. And then we went to Whataburger. It was heartfelt. I still feel it to this day. I live with Chuck Norris in my life, all my life. Whether Nick came out, I did. I came out of the closet that morning and after a shower, and I got the news. I've been told the news today. Chuck Norris moved up another level. Oh, I love that. Come in here again. I had you so many rights, so beg for a left. I know it's such a great little.
Nick, did you check your privates?
You want me to take a look at my privates?
Yes, take a look at your privates. Yeah,
I'm looking at it. I guess
Yeah, I got to drop out, unfortunately.
70s.
I got a dog to go take out.
Oh,
for a
those
while.
private. Oh, sorry.
And then I'm going to go to bed because I'm knackered.
No, 70s.
Everything.
It's okay. Hey, you want to do one vote on Invasion USA before
Invasion
you slide
USA, very toxic, and the best Christmas movie ever made.
out? Ooh, okay. So we have 3 very toxics and 1
very toxic. Almost absolute. We'll go for very.
2 absolute, 2 varies. Okay, hey, 70s.
Sorry, I've got to leave before the end, but
you're good, man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being
finishing early.
Good night, man.
Thank you, everybody, for 5 great years.
Yes.
Let's
Thank
have 5
you for
more.
being part of it.
Cheers,
Good night,
guys.
man.
Have a great
Here's to
night.
5.
Bye.
Take care,
Here's to
Brian.
5 more 70s.
We can do it. We'll double Batgirl's time. All right. You guys you just heard me come out of the closet, and now you heard me check my privates. So, all right, Tom. Invasion USA. All right, executive order. Absolute. Sorry, not absolute. Very toxic. Tom's not around, so we'll do very. He's probably pissing again. All right. Porky. Guys, we're down to 7 movies and 1 last panelist, so we're probably gonna be even a little quicker. So, Porky's. So, man, I think this is the first movie I ever saw Bush in. Was it Revenge of the Nerds? Where they are scoping through the bathroom hole. I think it was this movie. No, it was this movie. It was Porky's. So I'm gonna go with very toxic. I'm gonna commit to very, but if someone says absolute, I will not argue. But man, this movie, like I think I was 6th grade, so I was a bit young and it made me a man. So very, 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 very bordering on absolute. Red shirt, Porky's.
Oh man, Porky's. If the other movie we had, if the one with Al Pacino was The American Dream toxified, this is the high school experience toxified.
Ooh, that's a good argument.
You have
okay.
Yeah, I mean, you have the coach who's known as she's a howler, and you have the whole thing, the whole contest between the guys and Porky. It's completely over the top. I mean, come on, you maybe in a Burt Reynolds swamp movie, you'd see somebody take the legs out from underneath the pilings out from underneath the bar in the swamp. But it's not what you expect to see a bunch of 50s kids do in senior year in high school. This movie just goes so far over the top. I would say Porky's, and it was made to do this, the shower scene and everything. It's absolutely toxic.
All right. We got absolutely toxic, and very toxic. So, Tom, Porky's.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much what Redshirt just said. I mean, it's it pretty much sets out to be toxic at the end of the day. You know, the whole plot is basically about these guys who are trying to get laid. Not to mention all the other things that it has brought to the pop culture. You know, that poster alone is iconic. The hole in the wall, the whole shebang. What more can I say than has already been said? This definitely belongs in the absolute toxic.
Okay. Mark.
I just went to get some pizza. Need some more
Nice.
Nice. Yep. So
you drove all the way to Nick's for a piece of pizza?
Yeah, thank you for the pizza, Nick. Yep. I went all the way to Detroit for some Detroit pizza. I shouldn't be eating this late, but what the hell? It's a special 5-year anniversary. I told my wife, I said, if we get too loud, let me know. But I'm not drunk tonight, at least, so that's good. But yeah, this is
I've been drinking.
This movie, I mean, like you guys were saying, is a cultural phenomenon too, Porky's, right? You know, did this start the teenagers trying to get laid movie series,
I think
guess,
so. If this wasn't the first, it was definitely the one that was big enough that it made all the
over the top
copycats.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So
you had everything from Private Resort to what the hell is what I'm thinking of with like one has Tom Cruise, one has Johnny Depp. There's a bunch of them that were on
it just spawned its own genre.
Yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High, a little bit, not exactly, but a little bit. But yeah, this movie is you know, the shower scene, right? I mean, they wouldn't do that in a movie today because it would be considered, you know, sexual assault / harassment.
I mean, it was controversial enough back then, right? Like,
yeah, it was controversial, but it wasn't
Yes.
considered. It was considered, you know, over the top, but not the way that, you know, today would be considered criminal versus back then it would be, you know, boys being boys. I'm not saying that's right, but that's how that was viewed back then. So,
well, and I mean, the whole point of the film is these guys trying to sneak into a fucking whorehouse. I mean, like,
yeah, right. So, right into Porky's. Yep. So, yeah, I could live with very, but I'm gonna vote absolute.
All right, D-Bud,
And I'm gonna eat some more
being
pizza.
here, man. Thanks for being a Dolph Lundgren member. Thanks for being here since day one of Toxic Tuesday. And thanks for being one of the longest, most watched subscribers on my YouTube channel, sir. I appreciate you as someone who listens to my channel, as a dude, and someone whom I respect and consider a friend. Have a great night, sir. Get some rest and catch the rest of the replay at 2:51. All right. Good night, man. All right. So I think I got out majority. So I gotta do it. I gotta get it up for you guys. All right. And then there were 6 movies. Blazing Saddles. I mean, if you know the movie, you know the movie. I'm not gonna lay out an argument. It's just absolute. Anyone who says different is, well, you're probably someone who is a fucking fed who thinks goat milk is great. And at that point, you're gay and retarded. So any objectionable arguments, red shirt.
No, this is absolutely toxic. It was a product of its time, and it set out in its time to teach lessons using that toxicity, and it succeeded brilliantly. And to this day, people can misread this movie so badly, and it's almost more funny to watch them screw up and go, "That's horrible." It's like, that's the point. Oh, that's terrible. No, you're not getting it.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. Okay. Tom.
Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, absolute. I mean, we're getting a little top heavy here, but yeah,
That's
this
fine if we
probably
get
is
top heavy.
This is
We
probably
have-
one of the only last ones on the list that's going to go in absolute, in my opinion. So
Okay. All right. What's up, Master Race says, I haven't had pizza in over a month because I've been lactose intolerant due to gut issues.
Oh.
I'm finally able to eat pizza, and our local pizza place had a special American Idol karaoke night. Sadness. Man, that's some wildness. And he's on Rumble too. Thanks for being on Rumble, homie. Appreciate that. I like seeing that comment on Rumble. Hell yeah. All right. So, Mark, unless you got some weird objectionable argument, I don't know why you would say anything else about
I do have one. I do have one question.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Absolutely.
That was literally my buddy.
They're all at Target.
I was literally about to say his name. He is a black man, and when I went to Milwaukee Metal Fest he was asking about where all the white girls were. He literally asked where all the white women were at. He literally lived this clip in real life. He asked where all the white women were at.
I mean, of the list here, I mean, I agree with all these absolutes, but this is one of the ones that's like maybe number one of all time.
I mean, yeah, all toxic films are kind of ranked against this film, right? Like, I mean, this movie set out to offend. That was kind of the whole point of it. Was going to be like, we're going to be offensive, but we're also going to make a point at the same time. And the timing of when it came out.
Yeah.
And everything that went into it, and the fact that it was just basically this big fuck you to so many different folks. Yeah, you got to give them like all the shit that the woke folk like to think they're doing now. This is what they already did it years ago,
Exactly.
and so much better than they ever could now.
And I'm pretty sure I talked about this when we talked about this movie, but it was a different time, and you had heroes of the civil rights movement who'd been assassinated. You had the whole hippie thing had gone sour. The 70s were shaping up rapidly to be an absolute shit show, and nobody could figure out what was going on. It looked like it was just, things are just going to get worse and worse. And then here comes this movie that says, you know what? Things really are worse, but hey, that's not that bad. And it made people laugh. And when you can make people laugh in situations like that, you're doing something valuable, and it's something significant. And it took the toxicity to smack people between the eyes and make them laugh like this when this movie came out. I've loved it ever since I saw it. I saw this in the theater with my dad back when it first released. And we both came out of it holding our stomachs and our sides because we were sore from laughing so hard.
Amazing,
Yeah,
dude. I love to hear that. That's great.
Did they serve beans in the movie theater back then?
No, we got Raisinets.
You got Raisinets. Okay, yeah.
You know,
imagine the promos they would have.
Yeah,
blazing beans from Blazing Saddles. Someone should make those beans and put them in a can.
The funniest part about this movie, and I've told this story before, so forgive me if you've actually heard it before, but it's funny because looking back on this, the first time I saw this movie was on television. And what was funny is they cut out the farts in the fart scene. But they left all the N-words in.
What?
Yeah, because back then you could get away with saying the N-word no problem on TV.
The farts were a problem, though.
Yeah, the farts were the problem.
Or women's belly buttons. Those are a big problem.
Yeah,
too.
I mean, obviously all the F words and stuff got cut out too, but I mean, it was just kind of hilarious thinking about it in hindsight, because I just remember seeing it for the first time, because the only reason I really remember is because my mom was explaining to me what was happening in that scene, because they left the scene in. You think it would make more sense just to leave it out, but of course they're like, you can't take the scene out. That's what everybody remembers, but we can't have people farting on national television. So literally, it's just a bunch of guys eating beans sitting around. Like, there's no fart sounds at all. It's just like boring for like a minute and a half. So my mom explained to me, like in the other one, they're just farting all the time. I'm like, oh well, why can't they fart? It's just farting. It's like it didn't make any sense to me at the time.
And by the 90s, when political correctness really became a thing, I remember that the only network on television that would show Blazing Saddles in its entirety uncut was Black Entertainment Television. all of the other channels were censoring all of the N words, except apparently nobody at those studios understood Yiddish, because when Mel Brooks plays the Indian chief, he goes Schwarzes, woof, take darker than us. That's the word in Yiddish. And they didn't censor it there because they didn't understand it.
They
I
didn't know
thought
what he
that
was
was the
saying.
funniest damn thing, that they
Yeah.
didn't get it in Yiddish, so they didn't censor it. But this movie has seen, in my lifetime, has seen at least 3 different censored versions come out. So that would be another argument in favor of this is absolutely
Oh, yeah.
toxic. People have been trying to clean, quote unquote, clean up this movie, and it defeats the purpose of the movie. And once you understand what makes this movie funny and what makes it great, significant, you don't want anybody censoring it, because that's like censoring 1984 by George Orwell. You know, you missed the point of the book if you want to censor that book.
Yep.
Okay.
Oops.
So I got a few comments to acknowledge on the Rumble side. Thank you guys for not only having a chat on Rumble, but maintaining an active, consistent chat. Mass Graves says I'm going to have to have some pizza before the violence show this week. I'm going to let you know, my buddy Juggle Deathcock, who was in the chat earlier, he was at the bar stage for Violence at the Eagles Ballroom. I'm sure Tom's been in that venue at least once in his life. Violence played on the bar stage, and it was an absolute shit show. And I think since he was up front, he got head kicked in the head by stage divers and crowd surfers many times over. He probably is suffering major headaches from how many times his head got hit because of people who got thrown on the stage or got thrown off the stage. It was a massive shit show during Violence. So I hope you have all the fun during Violence, because I know he was. And TJ Burton for a $5 Rumble rant says, Nick, I take it back. Blazing Saddles gets the #1 spot. Oh, dude, I already got you, man. I already made it happy. You don't have to send me another Rumble rant. I mean, thank you, but I already did, dude. Oh, Master Grace says he's gonna see him in a small bar. Oh, so you're gonna have the same shit show that we did. I can't wait to hear your story, dude. Brace yourself. Violence at a bar is literally that. Violence at a bar. It's
Roadhouse,
a
man.
term. It really is, right? It's Roadhouse, but for metal. It really is. It's such a perfect combination. Okay, so we're down to 5 movies. Commando.
Number 5. Oh,
this is tough, because let off some steam, bed. Try not to wake up my friend. He's dead tired. Walks around with a Lincoln log in his hand, sweating. Right? Wrong.
Well, this was my first Toxic Tuesday, I believe. And
This is
that
one
night,
of the very first ones. This is
this is number 2.
episode
Oh, yeah, it was number 2 Toxic Tuesday, actually. All right,
Okay,
yeah.
episode 2 of Toxic Tuesday was Commando.
And we weren't even calling it Toxic Tuesday then, right? We were calling it.
No, I don't know. I don't even remember what I was calling.
You were calling it like Nick at Night or like
some bullshit,
something like that, right? Yep. So, and I was like super excited to, like, you invited me on. I said, "Oh, Nick, I really love this movie. Can I be, one of my favorite all-time movies? I only own one hot toy, and it's Commando." And then my internet went out. I think that night. I was so fucking pissed. But I'm gonna go. I mean, compared to the other ones, I can't say this is absolute. I'm just gonna go very. And of course, I had Commando was very overrepresented in the new opening video. So when he's just the axe to the balls and he's slicing people's arms off, and man, what a manly man! What a time to be alive in the freaking 80s back then. How fucking good was it? I mean, you never got to really experience it like we did going through it. 70s and 80s were, especially the 80s. It was just a great time. So I'm gonna go with very toxic, and I did not lie. I lied. We got that clip up there,
line.
I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with very toxic as well. Tom.
Well, I'm gonna play the clip while Tom's getting ready.
Remember, Sally, when I promised to kill you last?
That's right, Major. You did.
I lied.
You lied!
I lied.
So
I put the cookie down.
Peasy just let us know he's going commandos. Thank you. I appreciate knowing that. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go with fairly.
Fairly?
It's a fairly okay.
So
yeah,
two berries,
we're getting a
one
little too
fairly.
top heavy here.
Oh, at this show, I don't care if I get top heavy. We're all about having balls here.
We could go topless.
Yeah,
Commando
we could.
topless.
Two berries, one fairly. All right, red shirt.
I mean, I wasn't in this show because it was so early, but I have seen this movie several times. And it seems to me like what we would normally classify as toxicity is almost put in this movie so that Arnold can make some sort of a wise ass remark about it, like the "I lied," or just he's hang around after he
Stick
impales the
around.
guy. Stick around, yeah. So I would say this is fairly toxic.
Oh, you had to
Wow.
be the guy who gives us the
I had
talk.
to
All
do
right,
it.
chat.
You had to do it.
All
now
right,
we
chat,
need a
you're gonna be
bribe
the
here.
decider. So either it's gonna be a $15 bribe or a vote. All right. Very toxic.
I mean, this is one of the all-time great '80s action toxic movies. I mean, yeah, I love the beginning where he's like, "Watch out, we're upwind," and the guy's like, "Why?" Because he'll smell you coming. Like what?
All right. Please all do it classic. All right, so please go ahead and vote unless I get at least minimum $15, and that could also apply to Rumble rants, or direct donations, or even a $20 shot. $20 shot. I'll do a shot. So okay.
It's gonna be tough getting to work in the morning, right?
So meanwhile, we'll hold off on Commando. I'm gonna go Death Wish 3. And I'm going to say the movie where everyone dies. So many people die. I honestly, every time I watch this movie, I call my friends to make sure that they're not dead from watching this movie. Everyone dies. It's the Battle of Brooklyn. And Chuck Norris needs help, and his neighbors get involved. And they kill the shit out of gangbangers. What helpless citizens in New York City are going through now, they're living vicariously through Death Wish 3. Holy canon film on steroids. This movie is absolutely toxic. And then the legendary line, they killed the giggler. They killed the giggler. Absolutely toxic. Mark D with a C.
Yeah, so this one's I'm just finding that clip now, but yeah, this was pretty freaking toxic. But I'll go with very toxic. But Bronson, man, what a kick-ass character he was, and he had such a hard life growing up too. So he was not a phony, right? You know, you believed it with Charles Bronson. That's what that's where it worked. So I'm gonna go with very toxic on this one. Yeah, it was pretty freaking brutal, and yeah, I can't believe they killed the fucking giggler. How could you kill the giggler, right? How could you do that to my boy? Look what they did to my boy, the poor giggler.
Oh,
But
no,
and these movies were cultural phenomena.
They killed the giggler.
I mean, of course, the crime in the '70s was going nuts, and this was the solution. So, and you're hopefully not going to see it exactly again in New York because I got my kids there. But it's just insane what they let people out for now, and don't lock them up. So,
oh, I know, right, guys? There's only 8 votes. Commando, come on, what number? There's 23 of you on YouTube, and there's a lot of you on Rumble. Get those votes up. We need a vote for Commando. Anyways,
yeah, because we're not accepting a vote a month later with a mail-in. You got to vote now.
Red shirt.
That's right.
Let's get that Death Wish 3 score. All right,
Death
Tom.
Wish 3 is very toxic.
Very toxic. 2 absolute, 1 very.
No.
Oh God, don't tell me we're gonna get a vote here.
Which one are we on? Are we still doing Commando or
3?
Death Wish 3. This was the only other one on the list thus far that I would say could still wind up in absolute toxicity.
Are you committing? Or are you?
Is this the one where he blows the guy up with the bazooka?
Yes.
Then yes.
All right.
Looking good, Nick.
That was back when you could do
Oh,
reface, and they had all the IP back then. They got sued into oblivion.
All right.
Oh, we got it doubled the rows up now. Yep.
Let's see, our Commando. There's still only 8 votes. Up 9 votes. 9 votes. 11 votes. 12 votes.
There we go.
You guys.
13 up to
13 votes.
13.
Now we're talking.
Now we're going.
Ooh. It looks like I'm almost settled on Barry. So, okay. So before we do that, we're going to do Predator. And I don't care if my list is top heavy. I'm committing to absolute toxicity with Predator. The manliest muscles, the manliest sweat. Mac. Dylan, you son of a bitch. Hey, man, you're bleeding. I got time to bleed. Come on. Jesse Ventura, Carl Weathers, Arnold Schwarzenegger, muscles, sweat, blood, more sweat, men. Predator is absolutely toxic. Come on. Tell me otherwise. Just another red shirt.
No, I'm not going to tell you otherwise. This is a movie which, by modern standards, is about as toxic as it can get, because what you have to go back to, to think about what college students are taught, you have an oppressor beating an oppressed, and that's unjust. That's just unjust, because he's a white man, so he must be the oppressor. And of course, he's doing it to an alien. I'm sorry, not an alien. To an undocumented visitor.
No, you say illegal immigrant here. If I get demonetized, I don't give a flat ass fuck.
Well, he's a literal alien, but yeah, but
illegal
illegal
illegal citizen. You're illegal.
Yeah,
you're illegal.
when I put it in terms of what I would have to write in a college course about this movie, I'm like, this movie is a thumb in the eye to the entire modern critical race theory and the whole philosophy behind it. So yeah, absolutely toxic.
Okay. Tom?
Fairly.
2 absolutes, 1 fairly. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go very, very, I guess.
Oh, man. I was going to say, Brahma! Dude.
Hey, Brahma.
You got to come back.
Brahma
Man.
Bull.
It's been a long time, and I appreciate you coming up on here, dude. We got to get you. I got the Untouchables next week. I don't know if you're into any gangster movies, but I got a list of gangster movies come on. You can have whatever one you want, dude. Whatever one you want. You just name it. All right. Mark. Come
All
on,
right, so-
do it. Do it
Do
now.
it.
Come on, kill me. I'm here.
It's got to be a very, right? It's not absolute, because Schwarzenegger should have died in the end, right? After the small global thermonuclear war. But oh man, I love this movie. And the Predator is an oppressive pussy, right? I mean, he's got all this high-tech weapons and he's shooting people. I mean, I could kill people with all the high-tech weapons, right? Yeah, he's a bully. I mean, at least in the end, he starts to go fight, and then he's got a pussy out and self-destruct. So, I mean, the Predator is they're a bunch of freaking wimps. Hope no one shows up tonight, but yeah, come on. I mean, not a fair fight, right? So the whole concept of the Predators, I just don't get it, right? Because they're too advanced. But I love how Arnold kicks ass. So this is very toxic, man. What a fucking fun time in the movie theater this was. I mean, oh, it was so good in the 80s. It was just so good. Oh, you don't realize it when you got it. Oh. Very.
So, Mark, you're an absolute.
No, I'm very. Just misses the absolute. Just misses. Because he's whole, you know.
Chat, I have to do it unless someone bribes.
Oh, was it a
I have
vote?
to
Oh
do
shit! Did
it.
I tie now? Did I make a tie?
You didn't tie. It's not that you tied it. It's the fact that one was fairly and two were absolute.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm sorry, chat. Unless someone bribes and you got to do that, there's a rule. Like I gotta stick with it. It's $15 bribe ranks or $20 shots. Cobra. I'm just saying, and I don't even care if it gets repetitive. I'm going absolute. You are the disease. I am the cure. His license plate says awesome on it. The guy comes in, that stupid terrorist piece of shit. I'm gonna blow his face up. Go ahead. I don't shop here. He cuts his pizza with a pair of scissors. Come on.
Oh, I gotta clip
Oh,
that
hey,
one.
that guy who won't move out of his parking spot. Oh, I'll just push his car out of the way using my car. What's up, Paulie Latino Said congrats. Queezer. That's good. I'm just saying, dude, the action scenes or the line, this is where the law stops and where I start. Come on. Marion Cobretti was his name. This movie is what makes the 80s special in my eyes. This is an all-timer for me. So are you gonna say I'm biased? Well, no. It's just that damn good. It just is that damn good. Why would you want to be wrong at anything less than cold? I know these guys
Why'd you want to be wrong?
I'm gonna fight tooth and nail on absolute toxicity for Cobra.
What if we all vote fairly toxic and we make Nick send a super chat to himself?
I'll rig the game myself.
All right, everyone vote hardly. Let's get Nick to give himself money. Yep.
All right, red shirt, Cobra.
I was not here for the show, and I've never seen it.
Okay,
Never seen Cobra?
No,
but in a weird way,
it's
kind of good because now we can have an odd number. Mark.
Oh, Nick's not gonna kick you off the stream, I guess. But man, what a fun time in the movie theater this was. My dad loved this freaking movie, and we watched it a bunch of times on cable, and it was fun, like a bonding experience going to the movie theater.
Bond over this movie. I agree.
Yeah, we did Commando, and he loved Commando, and of course the funny thing was he had an accent just like Arnold, so that made it even funnier. But yeah, crime is disease. I'm the cure, and Stallone was such a badass. So let's see, should I go absolute or very? The guy cuts his pizza with the freaking scissors. So that we all like, what
His
the
license
fuck is
plate
going
says awesome one.
Yeah. And then remember when he goes to park the car and the guy's giving him shit, and he's like gonna pull the gun on me.
Shirt.
Yeah. So all right, we'll go with absolute, and hail to the Latino slant. Our buddy Paulie's out there. So
Court is civilized, but I'm not. That is legendary, dude. I love that shit. Cobra is one of those movies where I dreamed of a world where men like him existed in California taking down bad guys. When I was a youngin' and wanted to live in California, I imagined this is how shit was ran. Tom, go ahead. Tom Connors.
Earth to Bat Tom.
Which one are we doing now? Cobra?
Cobra.
Why is you keep asking me twice? I think I already said fairly toxic or very toxic.
No,
I
you
think
did. You haven't done Cobra.
Oh, I thought I did. Okay, very toxic.
Okay. Absolute, and one very. Okay.
Nick was overriding. Yeah.
No,
I was gonna say Nick was gonna override no matter what on that one. I think that's what I meant to say. Yeah. I
All
can hear
right,
Tom
the
said
last
hardly.
one, guys.
The last one.
The
What we
last
got?
movie. This is the movie that put Toxic Tuesday on the map in a way that we have been judged by this show ever since. It is the movie that prepped Brandon Lee for the big time with The Crow. It paired him up with the biggest dick he's ever seen on a man in Dolph Lundgren. You had the right to be dead. Great line. And Brandon Lee awkwardly watched him bang it out with Tia Carrere, who is Cassandra in Wayne's World. And also, we saw Dolph Lundgren jump over a moving car like it was nothing. And the action is so insanely crazy and exaggerated and toxic in every way. Yeah, I'm gonna do another absolute. Of course I am. Why would I say it would be anything less? This movie truly is everything. I mean, guys, this show has taken on a whole other life since, well, this particular episode of Toxic Tuesday. Showdown in Little Tokyo changed the game. I mean,
That time,
That time we didn't hear the whole thing. What happened there?
oh, that time.
I heard you coming.
I probably should go back and clip us like going crazy over these clips. I think there's a few times where like we broke Nick, and like I think that was one of them. Yep. Yeah, that put those two together, right? Yep. So we've had some great clips through the years, and that one I think generated some of the best clips that just were just
Dude.
hysterical. Yep.
It was just, there was just something special about that show that was just on another level. I remember D-Bud was, hey, he had kidney issues, and he said it was hurting him, but it hurt so good to laugh because of how insane that stream was. It truly was the definition of special. You couldn't duplicate
You have the
that
biggest
shit
dick
if
I've
your
ever-
life depended on it.
Right.
And seriously, no life will be duplicated. No stream will be duplicated by that. I've heard many people say that may have been their favorite Toxic Tuesday stream, and I'm honored by that. I'm really honored by that. That is wonderful.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
Oh, stupid.
You have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man.
How the hell did that line get in the movie?
And
just
that
loved it.
line, still to this day, there are times like if I ever start having a girlfriend and she starts saying, he must be thinking about other women. No, I'm not. I'm thinking about if I'm thinking about women, it'll probably be that lady. But if I'm not
Yeah.
thinking about that, I'm gonna be thinking about how did this line make the final cut in the movie?
You know, Dolph does cameo, so we should have him pay him to say to Nick, you have the biggest dick I've ever seen on a man. Right? Everyone chip in for that, right? Yeah.
Worth
I
a
don't
whole
think I can
$500
The
bucks.
same man.
I'd buy that for $500.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe
All
I'll
right.
wait till around my birthday for that one because I just had
Yeah.
people on the Spider Noir stream race $75, and I paid
Oh, wow.
$75 on my own wall to do the Dolph Lundgren photo at the Fan Expo Chicago. So I don't want to, just take advantage of people like that.
That's the only thing I'm worried about is saving up money for that. Like, yeah.
But
It's not that far for me to drive. I can drive there. That's not the problem.
I
It's
bought
just,
the
yeah.
photo. I bought the photo for the Dolph. And also, what's cool with the photos, you can do up to like 3 to 4 people with a celebrity. So, Tom, you want to talk about Kurt Russell or Mel or Glovey, you just talk to me. Oh, this is absolutely talking to you. You have the smallest dick I've ever seen on a man. Oh man. Tom, Showdown Little Tokyo.
Honestly, I have not seen this in so long. I don't want to rate it, so I'll leave this one up to you guys.
All right, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say that I have
Oh,
a small
pressure.
wiener. Yeah, the pressure to
Inauthentic
conform.
take.
I've got big feet. I would say this movie, yeah, for those giving us those clips, all-time Toxic Tuesday classic. Even if you didn't agree with, outright, just that was probably one of the greatest shows that we ever did. Hopefully, we're gonna have another one that'll equal that. But that's one for all-time classic. Go back and watch that shit. That was a fun show. So I'll go with Absolute and. Right? Why not? You have the right to be dead. Absolute, yeah. And R.I.P. Brandon Lee. That was horrible that we lost him so tragically and so
It
young. Yep.
is. It really. I truly believe he would have been a huge action star for a whole generation had he had still been alive to this day.
Yeah,
I can't prove it, but I believe it. I strongly believe that he would have been the star. The way we had Keanu Reeves, Will Smith, Jet Li coming in, I think Brandon Lee would have been added to the list. Jackie Chan was hot as well. Brandon Lee wasn't just good because he was that. He was good because he was fucking good. It really bums me out what could have been. And I truly believe he would have been everything. Not because he was Bruce Lee's son, but he showed he had the chops, he had the dialogue, he had the look, he had the moves. Come on, man.
He did, yeah.
Although, the movie did have a fight in a Japanese bathhouse.
Yeah.
And man.
Yeah, the hot tub scene. Yep, the hot tub scene. Oh, and it spawned this other clip too, because we got Sydney Sweeney with Dolph now.
His dick's not small.
Thanks.
Very polite guy, Dolph. Yep.
Red shirt.
Oh man. Yeah, this has got to go up there. I mean, if I'm going to make an argument that this isn't absolute toxicity in a nutshell, then I got to argue why we got so many damn clips from this and we've shown them so many times. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that because I enjoy them too much. So I'm going to say, yes, this is absolutely toxic. It's a great loss. We lost Brandon Lee, but wow, what a movie to have him in. Again, playing off against Dolph Lundgren and T. Carrera. So, yeah, to put it up on the top as far as I'm concerned.
All right, chat. That is our toxic list. 32 movies. And trust me, this was hell to choose it because there's other things we could have done. We could have done Dodgeball. Dodgeball almost was in here. Evil Dead 2 was almost in here. There's a lot we could choose from, but something's got to give. Holy shit. What a list. What a list. But maybe next we could do the Die Hard list. But if Tom wants it, it's all his. Otherwise, if he gives me the green light, I will take it.
Oh, we're doing Untouchables, I thought.
No, I'm talking about down the line.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm purposefully not touching that for the time being. Because in case of the hopes that you have a shot at bringing your show back, but if somehow you give me the green light down the line, I will take it. Only if I know I can do it. No, just not to mess with what you once had because you had the main tier list show. And this is just mainly a holdover, just for like a week or two, as I do on an annual basis. I don't want to take away from what you did, and I still refuse to do that.
No worries.
Yeah, still, it matters to me. It matters to me. But chat, take your screenshots. I'm going to take mine. Okay, it looks good. It looks very good. Oh, yeah.
You'll post that one too, right, Nick? I guess.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna download it right now.
Yeah, download it. Yeah.
Download.
Tweet that sucker out.
Oh, I'm gonna, dude. You know that. But chat, this has been 5 years of Toxic Tuesday. Thank you for all your support throughout the years. We've had some great guests. We've had some people who enjoy the show, came and gone. Whether it was listeners on the panel, and then a lot of you who have stuck around. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for all the super chats, all the Rumble rants, the direct donation. It's so crazy that this show has gone on for 5 years. Still going strong. I know there's a lot of people who come and gone on YouTube since I started. I couldn't even imagine how much longer it's been for guys like Tom, who've been on here way longer than I have. But you really get a feel for who really is in it because they love it versus who is in it to make a quick buck. This show happens whether there's 10 people or 70. And sometimes we still hit those higher numbers, but at times we don't. But we do this because we love it. And Mark, thank you for everything you've done. I mean, you're my Frank Nitty to this show. You are straight up my Frank Nitty. And this show wouldn't operate as smoothly and beautifully as it does without you. And now that we're back in business on StreamYard, we truly are going to be the untouchables again. I can feel it. So thank you.
I will dance to that. Thank you. Thank you.
And
no,
that was perfect. Red Shirt, thank you for hopping in on the show some point later on. It was kind of more of like when it interested you, and then it kind of became more of like a mostly regular thing to do. So thank you, Red. Tom, I gained a lot of listeners from this channel because of you. That's not my opinion. That's a fact. So you gave your time, your energy, your comedy, your enthusiasm, and of course your knowledge. And also for you being an awesome dude and friend, someone who I will still continue to stick by no matter how many people feel differently about you or your opinions. So thank you, Tom, as well, sir. This is still meaningful that you took the time to show up today.
Tom's our He-Man. We love Tom.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. And yes, I do stand by Tom Connors being allowed to have his opinions loud and clear. Double down, triple, quadruple down on that. Chat to all of you. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting Toxic Tuesday. In case you guys missed the memo, Nick Talks Trek is still on a short hiatus, but we'll be back July 2nd. The guest will be Anti-Derivative Jill. Can't wait to be a great guest. And Saturday is Clobby's Comic Shop. And we'll be back here next week, starting with the series of gangster movies, starting with The Untouchables. And of course, that's what's coming on my channel. I'll be on Comics Division's Thursday Night Throwdown. And we got videos on Bonded by Mel coming out as well. Once again, thank you for the super chats, Rumble rants, the membership number acknowledgments, the direct donations. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all of you. You all have a magical rest of your evening. To those of you who catch the replay, I appreciate all of you too. Good night, guys. All right. This is the end. All right. The bar is closed. It's time for you all to go home. Okay. Bar's closed. But as always, this is over. And I'm going to give us an outro on the way out. Oh, hold up. Bear with me here. Some shit.
You got to get used to using StreamYard again, right? Yep.
Yeah, I'm just, since we're using StreamYard again, shit is going okay. Excellent. So we're going to do 2 clips for you guys on the way out, okay? Have a great night.
You're obsessed with horror and assorted dark imagery. Would you ever do an album singing about, like, puppies and rainbows? Would that ever happen?
Yeah. No, maybe I'll do a real horror record and talk about the Obama administration.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I smell horse shit. It's horrible, but I can smell